And we are live once again with another episode of Icewindale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. Here with these guys, the nameless crew, exploring the island of Solstice. And yeah, last session they finished their business off in the Sea of Moving Ice, claimed their rewards from the merfolk, and departed from the coral village. On the way, they encountered a bloated whale that seemed to be some sort of trap as two hags emerged, exploded out of the guts of this thing, and tried to claw you to death. But you were clearly well prepared for these assailants. I don't think one of you I think one of you, yeah, one of you were running away in fear, but it was just Snorb, the little kobold. And of course, the other thing was you'd already killed one of the hags previously, making this fight a lot easier on your part. Otherwise, a coven of hags would have been far more deadly. You also found a submerged fortress, and this seemed to be one that belonged to a long-lost civilization of storm giants. Except now it was inhabited by a gigantic, colossal squid that tried to wrap up Tracker and drag them away to the icy depths, but thankfully, the whale Ankerduke managed to use its blind sight to echolocate it effectively, chase after it, and you skewered it, delivering the final blow. Claimed a bunch of treasures, some gold, blew a horn, and challenged some old fighters, some berserkers from a long-lost age to a duel. But it was an honorable duel, not one to the death. So thankfully, Tracker was allowed to leave with his skin intact. And finally, you came across little Chewinga trying to get a turtle out of the ice, and a shambling mound full of weed, and seaweed, that is. And it gave you a blessing, which seems to give you a powerful frost-covered effect over your weapons, should you choose to use that. And then you finally arrived at the landing, the island of Solstice. Let's take you to that map.
Don't forget, you also blessed us with all the nat 20s in that fight.
Oh yeah, apparently so. When you finally climbed up to the top, you could see in the distance the island that you've been effectively gunning towards this whole time. This was the mission all along, to try and find this place and rescue Faith. And it looks just like it does in the vision from the mirror that you saw. Here's the handout for this. This frozen island is bleak and desolate, and there is a blizzard raging down right now. Freezing cold temperatures, dropping to even more unbearable states. I think several of you are already feeling the slight effects of this. Stef, you got hypothermia, didn't you, last session?
I did. I'm shivering.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Got it.
How many levels of
Though, as you were standing on the... He's got one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But as you were standing on this precipice, looking out towards your destination, you were filled with a great sense of determination. And that is when you all progress to level 5, finally trying to overcome these obstacles. You also met a little ice method. This little freaky imp was somehow delighted to see you. Maybe it was out of boredom. But he said that he would lead you as your guide. His name is Supo. And yeah, as he flew through the blizzard, he said that there were many dangers on the islands, and no one's really survived here for a long time. You can see many a shipwreck in the gullies and bays of the island. And apparently one said ship was here recently, perhaps about a week or so ago, according to the Sea Hag. And there was not many survivors. But you're not sure which one that could be. It's quite a big island to explore, but in this weather, you perhaps decided to seek out shelter. The one last thing you got to bear in mind is if you do try to stay here over the night, you definitely don't want to be seen by Oral and her gigantic rock, Iskra. Else, that will be a fight even even 7th level characters wouldn't be able to deal with. But anyway, Sopo led you to these icy caves that are not that far off of the beaten trail here. And I believe you were just about to investigate them. Is that right? Okay.
I
In
have
that
one
case,
question-
yeah.
I have one question to the party. Do you guys want to ask the imp about the ship that the hack told us about, or are we?
I think you're going to need to sit down and be at your mic.
Saying.
Because I can't. Yeah, you actually have to sit down and be at your mic. Sorry, buddy.
I am at my mic. Oh. I turned the knob down, sorry. I said,
There you go.
do you guys want to...
I wanted to take a flashback back to when we were on the boat and talk about what happened after Roki's breakdown when we were collecting egg
Oh.
shit.
Yeah, we can flash back to then now then.
Sure. I'm gonna wake
All
up
right.
now.
Yeah. So, yeah, this would be on the journey just before you arrived. You guys are all aboard Angajuk, still sailing towards the island, and there are many hours between these emerges to the surface. Oh yeah, I almost forgot one thing you did during that time. This is probably just after you used your shield to stop the blowhole from alerting Iskra, and you decided to climb back down with a sigh of relief. You're all sat there, just narrowly avoiding a close call.
Oh yeah, we had that part as well.
We'll say it's just after that.
But yeah, Tracker will take Roki aside to talk about what happened earlier or during the travels in general. I forgot my words. Yeah. I understand that you are worried about Faith, and my actions might not seem to prioritize her well-being. But believe me, whatever I do, I'm trying to do this to make sure we all survive and actually succeed in getting Faith back. If I'm going to become emotional and rush, we're going to get into more trouble than we should be.
I just felt like whatever information it had, it knows we would kill it if it was lying in any way. We had control of the situation. That's all I felt at the moment.
When you're dealing with a hack, you never are in any control.
I didn't know that.
Even if they are speaking the truth, they are still deceiving you.
I had no way to know this. I never
think
fought
clearly
monsters and aberrations and creatures before I came into Icewindale. It's just been stumbling into more and more chaos and kind of, realizing more and more of what I and others are able to do. And it's all felt so fast and so sudden, and just because, not everyone has histories with all the abominations of the world.
and think clearly to what she said. She said the shipwreck was weeks ago. It's barely a week since Faith was kidnapped. She couldn't have been on that ship.
I just lost all my time. It felt like forever since we finally came here, honestly.
And maybe it could be an important person, but it's not the important person we're looking for now.
See, what was this object they were talking about that they're holding onto? That's
Didn't they describe a sphere?
They did, yeah. Some sort of shiny sphere.
sphere. I thought it was a round thing.
Mm-hmm.
Stef will also come in and put like a hand on Roki's shoulder. Roki, don't worry, we'll get Faith back. We've been together through this frozen hell since our first day. But you have to understand, we're dealing with powers here that we should not underestimate. Every morsel of strength will help us in getting Faith back.
Well, then don't speak in guarantees. You can only guarantee that we'll try to get her back. Can't guarantee that we'll succeed.
So far, we've succeeded at every turn.
What do you mean we've succeeded at every turn?
Well, for one, we're not dead yet, and we have all our toes. Frostbite hasn't taken them yet. Although
Okay.
I think I'm getting close.
What about when we were in that cave and Manny died? What about when we went to go rescue our old friend at the Goblin Camp and he died?
Oh,
We might be doing
Excellent.
well ourselves, but we can't claim it's only success. Just because we're benefiting from it.
I don't know. You speak true enough. But remember what Faith told you? A little faith in Faith.
He's too young. You should live a life before being taken away by a goddess. She should understand what it means.
Out of character question, how old was Faith actually?
Believe she was probably about in
Was
her
it?
20s. 23.
Oh, she seemed younger
Yeah,
than that.
it wasn't
Younger than
like a
us.
young girl.
Oh, okay.
She definitely was quite naive of the world. But yeah, she's slightly younger than you guys.
Slightly,
should
they say.
She should understand better than.
Oh, Roki's 24.
Yeah. I think I'm also not that old. I'm 35.
She should understand better what's happening. She's not informed enough to consent to be taken by Oral.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Roland. How about you try your hand at an inspiring speech? You're better at this than me and Tracker.
It feels a little bit cold to try going inspiring people, and frankly, I've never had very good sea legs. I'm quite happy here, leaning over the side and watching the remains of my rations disappear out my mouth into the water.
Yes, inspiring as always. Thank you.
You're very welcome. The thunder be with you.
All right.
The longer I play with you, Roland, the more I think your paladin just has the speech pattern of Donald Trump.
God, no. Okay. With that, then, we will jump cut back to the present.
Oh, yeah.
Now, where you are just about to enter into this frozen-looking cave. And immediately, what's apparent is there are frozen bodies that seem to be dragged through the ice into here. Now, the blizzard outside has buried all those tracks, but inside the cave, when you come out of the freezing cold and the whipping winds, you can see the drag marks continue. There are like bloody smears that lead further and deeper into the cave,
Um,
and 2 said bodies are still here, thrown into a pile by the looks.
can we find out how fresh the bodies are? Would we be able
Yes, you can. Give
Senrith,
him,
I saw that.
give him a medicine check. You can give me a
Whoops.
medicine check.
Hey, I just saw something out the corner of my
Yeah.
eye, like, some movement. Can I?
Oh yeah, there's something
I
in
don't.
here.
I don't know of a better
for
way to
sure.
flavor this than I saw something in the corner of my eye over there.
Anybody else want to do medicine check? Just
Yeah, it'd be nice to know like how long they look like they've been dead and here, and it's hard to tell with the snow, so you gotta know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
oh,
Okay,
Roki.
so what's that? An 11 and a 24. Okay, 24 will tell you that these bodies, they are frozen solid. They've probably been in the cold for a couple of days, but they haven't been rotted to the core, right? Their decomposure isn't actually that bad. They've probably only been dead about a week. And if you're looking over their belongings, you can tell some of them are wearing like sailors' outfits, mariners' armor, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Um,
And
If
Yeah.
you are referring to a week, a D&D week or our week? Is it more 7 days or more 10
7 days.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, 7. We'll say.
do like we're looking for a sphere, right? Actually, do we have the imp
wait.
with us? That's what I wanted to ask earlier. Can we ask the imp about the ship that the hack described us? He seems like the harbor keeper, right?
The little imp hasn't followed you in, actually. He is flapping near the entrance of the blizzard. You can barely see him / even hear him over the whipping winds. And you can actually hear something inside, deeper in the cave, a kind of crunching and snapping sound, and like ripping of flesh as well.
Oh, that doesn't sound very good. I wonder, does anyone have a torch they might be able to light? I can't see a bloody thing.
Oh,
Does Eyes of Night make noise, or am I safe to cast that?
No.
I have 10 torches with me. I'd like to give 5 of them to Roland.
For now,
You
you can
can-
also take advantage of Eyes of Night to not be blind.
You can, but that's
costs
once,
something.
and it's
for an
once per
hour.
long rest, isn't it? Okay, lasts an hour. If you
Thank you
would
very much.
prefer to do that, you can do that.
Much appreciated. That is
You-
oh my god, this is disgusting. I don't want to see this.
So
Roland?
about these bodies, are they intact or pieces missing or
Mhm.
anything?
These ones are, yeah. But you can see up in the corner there seems to be the head of something, and it's slowly being dragged behind this rock.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
And
Is there
you can
any
hear
reaction
devouring
to
sounds.
me calling out into the darkness?
Yeah, what did you call out?
It has it in chat.
What's in the chat?
Before we call out,
Okay.
before we call out anything, guys, am I allowed to send my familiar around the corner?
It's a bit late for that.
It's never too late. We didn't agree.
You can send them.
Stef, if you are going to send your familiar around the corner, it's gonna be eaten.
Isn't it still an octopus as well at this point?
Is it? Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't I don't think we changed it yet.
That I resummoned him, I guess. I still have incense with me somewhere. Block of incense.
Yeah, if you knock off some incense,
I did knock off
one
one.
use of it,
Yeah.
then you can say it's a monkey again.
Yeah.
You're looking through its eyes as well.
Mm-hmm. So
Okay.
I would just like maybe do it in an angle. Alright, you
Forget.
can see in the dark. Stupid idea. Oh, no,
Yeah.
mind. You
But
can?
all that takes time for
Yeah.
is like Tracker just saying a word is instant, and then
I mean,
Uh-huh.
a familiar might not alert it as much as shouting him in. And now I will relate to Tracker. Hey, looks like one of your friends.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
so-
I already saw them sneaking around.
Oh, okay.
Gibbles, what do your
All
monkey
right.
eyes see?
So, Gibbles can see a very large, furry, simian-like creature ripping open the chest cavity of a lost sailor, and their blood is dripping down their face. And that's when Tracky shouts out, "Friend, can we?" Hey, oh well, you shout out in Yeti. Not many others understand that, but still, they immediately sort of like look up from their meal and begin to thud around the corner to kind of see where this voice was coming from. And that's when you see exactly what Gibbles just saw as well. And there appears to be more than one in this cave. You hear other footfalls and
That
scraping
little
of claws against.
fucker led us to be eaten.
Mm-hmm.
I will very
Hmm.
nervously like look over to Tracker and telepathically like, so are they friends or not?
Don't know yet. Don't know these people.
I
Okay,
I
so
will put my hands on my sword handles, but I'm not gonna draw them.
I say, if it
they
looks like it's about to go attack, I would have. Well, say I'm going to cast a spell on it at the moment. It really looks like it's not going to take any convincing or anything.
I think we went
so
over
this one. So this one thuds forward and says in a strange language you don't understand, but it sounds like a bunch of kind of like almost simian sounds mixed with like roars. And it says, yeah.
You
Oh
took
crap!
that in
Wow,
common.
messed up that. Yeah, I did.
I mean, we can just say that
There you
maybe
go.
we can just say that maybe Tracker wants to telepathically relay to us, or to me, so everybody can hear. Or
You can say it out loud. We're all here.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that's what he
Okay.
says to you, Tracker.
They're not convinced we're friends.
He doesn't need
He
more
looks at
food.
you.
So why not friends?
Do you know how many there
You
are?
see
Tracker?
slowly. You do
There
see
it
more
is.
of them emerging. And I guess right from the very back, Roki, there's this kind of crevasse, like a drop off at the back of the cave, and you see more of them climbing up and out as though one of them calls out behind it. So like, and you hear more of them emerging, climbing up there. What do you do, Tracker?
I am trying to figure out some sort of line to convince them that I'm there on friendly terms.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them about the child Yeti that we saved. Something to slow them down. Give us time to think.
Can we slowly step towards the exit as Tracker's talking? Yeah,
They slowly step towards you at the same time. And for every step you take backwards, they seem to step forwards.
I will actually do the opposite and slowly approach behind Tracker.
Might be better to get to a
Mhm.
wee choke point. It might be better to get to a more defensible position.
I mean, outside makes a choke point at the entrance.
Yep.
Outside, we're just gonna throw balls off.
What's that?
Does
Rather
your,
be cold than
strategical-
eaten.
does your strategical mastermind really want to fight Yetis in the blizzard?
I'm assuming there's a bit of a tunnel out towards the cave. It's there might be a couple of feet.
Oh, that is more.
So it
Or
returns
outside?
Should we be
more in the
worried?
distance.
Oh.
So Tracker it replies and says, then looks back at the other bodies as it says this. And yeah, clearly they are in a territorial kind of stance here. You can see them all gathering out of this cave one by one, perhaps from interconnected tunnels. You're not sure, but clearly more of them have amassed. Okay, roll me a persuasion check, Tracker. And,
I'm so great at those. 12.
And you are.
Oh, guidance is
That's-
touch, isn't it? Oh no, it's 10 feet.
It's
It's
10
that-
feet.
Yeah,
It's 10
unlucky.
feet. You could move it.
Yeah,
I will
good.
allow you. I'm pausing the game, but you could maneuver towards them. We're not in combat right now, so
Okay.
movement area, they're vague until we roll initiative. If you would like to, you can see Tracker is trying to like. He's got this kind of. Whoa! What the hell? You took damage from it. Did you add a D4 that?
What?
I don't know what you've done, but
I don't know what
Okay,
happened.
alright,
but
I'll-
He's slapping him
I
into
didn't
shape.
seem to like.
Did you just clap him behind the ear? Pull
Yeah, that's
yourself
not right.
together, man.
God, is this
No,
worth
he's
wasting
alright, he's okay,
inspiration
I
on
think-
to give him a higher number?
Wait. I just realized something. Don't I have advantage for charisma checks?
Or dwarves.
For how come?
Yes,
How
of
come?
course.
Because interaction with Yeti.
Oh yeah, you do have advantage.
Nice.
You mean your secret? Yeah,
What-
which we
what
all
secrets?
know about at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Sure.
I think we know the secret that you have your difference.
You can re-roll.
Okay. Help.
We'll take the higher. Okay, looks like we're keeping the
Yeah.
Okay. Question of the day: would it be worth
Performance
using the
check.
inspiration to get a higher roll on the guidance, or is it not
No,
worth
no,
it?
that's not good.
Oh wait, inspiration's for that 20 for 20 dark-sided anyway.
only
Ignore me.
20.
I'm
not
Inspiration is-
anymore.
No.
Actually, you can
Oh,
use
you can
inspiration to re-roll
to reroll
any
guidance.
roll now,
Yeah.
even
okay.
like a big fistful of dice. But
Is
I'm
it
gonna
a
say
waste?
you
Or-
do not need because
Okay.
it is a success. And the Yeti's kind of edge closer. And at this point, you can tell numbers. There is about 7 of them that have emerged from the back of the caves and tunnels. And Tracker seems to have said something that makes them pause and look amongst one another knowingly. And at this point, they say, "Hmm.
Oh fuck. I do not remember this.
That said, you would know them anyway.
Mhm.
Like, even if you don't remember as a player, your character Tracker would know. You could even make up a name if you would like.
I don't know how their clan names are formed.
It doesn't matter. You can make up your own.
Uh,
The fluffy paws.
I don't know. I am
Stormfire.
there. It's gonna be ridiculous.
Frozen hide. The icicle horn. Again, crawlers, I love it.
Yeah.
If they let us leave, could we offer them some berries from Juniper? It's like, in case we see them again, that we're like, we gave them something.
Oh, Roki, I don't think they eat berries.
These are special berries.
they could, but they don't.
These aren't regular berries. These are special berries from Juniper. They're magical.
I'm pretty sure they want
Okay.
your special nuts.
They do nod in a knowing sense, but they continue the questioning. Kada or no?
You always offer Stef as a sacrifice. Track of meat has got to be.
I know that is
Well,
tough talk
something.
for the person without Misty stuff.
They seem to be gesturing towards the rest of you as well as they say this.
Cracker, what do they want from us?
They want to know why we are on this island or why we are in this cave.
Well, we were tricked to the cave. Which, in hindsight, we had a moment to run away.
Mm-hmm.
We should probably
Okay.
tell them about
It-
end of winter. They seem to like winter.
Okay, they turn as they say
Okay.
this and say, with a kind of a huff in their voice, "Tumbuka anda ufta." That's what they say. The others seem to lose interest. A couple of them returning to the rear of the cave.
Okay. If we stay here and don't make any fire, we should be okay to stay in this part of the cave.
Well, I'm very glad we didn't light that torch after all.
As am I.
Well, I guess we got our answers about the bodies.
You could ask him. Actually, yeah, Tracky, you could ask about that if you wanted. They are neutral towards you.
Oh, there's a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What am I supposed to ask? Who these people are, or where they come from, or why they're dead?
It's up to you.
I'm
But
asking
I'm
the
just saying
party.
you could inquire.
Um,
Okay.
We have no idea what was said between you, so
Oh, I was trying my best to convince them that we are not hostile. And that we don't want any trouble with them. They asked where I came from, and I asked why we are on this island.
what did you tell them? Or do you know?
I mentioned them that we are on our way to the castle to look for our friends, and apparently we will only find death in there.
Can you maybe ask them about if any of the sailors that they are so lavishly feasting away at here had a sphere on them?
I can ask.
Does anyone other than Steph have exhaustion, or is it just Steph?
What?
Just step.
Just Steph. Okay. Well, since we've got a moment to chill in the cave before we carry on, let's
Oh,
get
that
rid of the
Roland's,
exhaustion.
Nice.
Roland's resource is less expensive than yours, if that makes sense. So
I only have
It's-
2 second level spells.
Yeah,
Oh,
because I have 3.
I thought you can use lay on hands. Yeah, I thought that doesn't use.
That's healing.
No,
mod.
lay on hands won't get rid of
It doesn't
won't get
give
rid
it
of a
the-
disease.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
later
Okay,
levels
minus-
you can use it to get rid of something really painful like paralysis, but we're
Yeah,
probably not going to get that high.
even
Does
mine
it
is only
also-
1 level of exhaustion. Like, if you had 2 levels, I can't do anything. So I've got to do it now.
Okay,
Mhm.
so I
Yeah.
also get rid of 1 level of exhaustion, right? Also have us of the 2. Well,
That's
thank you,
right.
Roki,
And you
for
no
the
longer have
hard-
hypothermia.
Yeah.
So you lose hypothermia when you have 0 exhaustion. It cures that as well, which means you have your reaction back and you don't have disadvantage on initiative anymore. Okay. Yeah. What does yeah. What does Roki's kind of lesserization look like, I guess? Good question.
Where this touch. So it's basically just putting my hand on their shoulder and just kind of just a slight glow around them. As you kind of just see them, just kind of, you just see a bit more energy in the person. They're a little less slumped. They're a little less tired. So you're just like, oh, I feel like I've just woken up. Kind of look in their eyes.
Oh, that
Mm-hmm.
that almost feels like I drank a big can of coffee. Coffee does exist in this world, right? They know what coffee is.
Maybe.
Maybe. Haven't had any since I've gotten to this forsaken place. All they have here is rocks and ice and goats.
So in D&D, is the condition paralyzed the same as being paralyzed, or is it specifically a condition? Like, if someone's got like a back,
It
they
is a
fucked up
condition.
their back and they're paralyzed, is it a condition that can be cured, or is it like you need something higher level than being paralyzed?
It's a
by
condition.
spell? Okay.
But yeah, it doesn't have to be a magical effect that's paralyzed you. But a magical effect can get rid of it.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so they turn to you and sort of shrug and say, "No, Give me a quick perception check as well, as you.
Perception. I don't see anything.
So from here, you can only see the 2 that are directly in front of you, and sort of where you're standing near them, and you're looking down at them to check if they have any. You see a large yeti almost sort of not sprint over, but swiftly move over, grab them by the legs, and immediately
Yeah.
start dragging them away, whilst looking over their shoulder at you, as if they just don't want you taking their
Yeah.
food supply, almost. But with a 9, you can't really see the others to confirm or deny whether they have them. But this one doesn't seem to be.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, okay. Yeah, I'll shrug and good try and leave it at that.
Snorb says, why didn't you ask them where they actually got these bodies, and we can locate the wreck ourselves?
Oh.
I just assumed the bodies got
Okay.
lured here by the same cunt that led us here.
No, because I described the body's drags marks
Mhm.
through the front.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Also,
fine.
these two with your medicine check with 24, there's no wounds on them. These two look like they froze to death. Yeah.
That guy
Okay.
led us to the cave where our people got dragged. Why did he lead us here? There's something else happening.
Okay. Okay, these bodies were from the northwest. That's the literal other side of the islands.
Unless they have anything to tell us about where we might find Faith, I suggest we move on. We're not here as treasure hunters. We're not here to
Mhm.
find the history and names of each of the people fallen here. We're here for one reason only, and we
Yeah.
know that our lives are at risk here. So, in and out, chop chop.
Mhm.
Take a note. If we come back in the future, come in on the northwest.
If we definitely, if we need to take shelter from the bird, we can take cover here. But for now, let's move on.
Oh, we got a place to take cover. Okay, that went superbly well, considering.
Wait. So it's still a raging blizzard outside, but if you're trying to make it to the fortress in time, you can go directly there. You could try to push on to this shipwreck, maybe locate whatever it is you're looking for, and then to the fortress.
Aren't
But
we?
you would,
Is it quicker to
you
get
would
to the
just risk.
fortress than to get to the shipwreck?
It is. It is.
I just realized something.
But it's if you care
Steph's
for.
familiar isn't with us.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
It did not.
You left it with the whale.
Oh no, you're
so
right.
you
Oh,
could
that's
scan it,
right.
Tell the
Absolutely
whale when
right.
you come back.
I
There we
left
go.
it. That is right. I'm sorry. We left it on the whale so I can give
It's
a
okay.
command for the whale to come back.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about
It didn't change anything in the grand scheme of things.
Is that right, or was there not a spell learned on leveling
Correct.
up?
No,
A
Mhm.
messaging
no,
spell?
we decided not to because a
Alright.
familiar is less. It's not as worth as a third level spell slot.
Okay.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
Familiar is just
so it's
weak,
up
but
to
that
you.
also means my incense goes. I changed him to a monkey anyway. Okay, he stays a monkey. I
Okay,
knocked the incense
so-
off.
We realized that it'd be a few hours before the snowstorm ended. How long do we have, and how to get in there and get out before the bird comes back, compared to how long it would take?
You
to walk
arrived. So you timed the arrival when they departed, and you
Mhm.
confirmed that by the final stretch of your journey, having literally a rock fly overhead. You saw their winged shadow, but that depends how long the night is. Really, could be anywhere between a few hours to maybe even 8 hours, depending on how long it takes for them to go across the sky in Icewindale. And I guess you have got to compensate for the travel there and back.
Mhm.
So you reckon you probably got a good amount of time, but you can't say exactly with certainty what that is. But it's a
So
long journey, even as the bird flies.
maybe it'd be best to risk it and then come back and use the cave if we're running short on time. Because that way we can hide in the cave and then make our escape when they're back in the castle. If
Sound
things go
plan,
poorly.
Master. Okay, but I feel like this island might be more than just a piece of land to this goddess. We might not be safe even if we hide.
Well,
And
if she,
It's-
if we run out of time leaving the castle, it might be our only option.
you better train your endurance and running sprint.
You see
You're
the little
one who got
imp
frostbite.
is
Yeah.
on the edge of the blizzard here as well.
This
And they sort
bastard.
of approach. Of course, Steph can
Mm.
still understand it, and
Yeah.
says, "You enjoy a little visit into the caves?"
Oh yeah, we met a few friends of Tracker, I guess.
Oh, friends. Excellent. Would you like to meet some more friends on the island?
I think it's time we made it to the castle. If you would be so kind to point us to the way up.
How
Hmm.
small is this guy?
Very small.
Tiny.
Like,
Oh no, just
could
small.
I
As
could I
big as
like
Chibbles.
grab him and like
He
cover up his
doesn't
mouth and
go
put him
anywhere
in my
near you.
pocket? Okay.
Mhm.
No, because he's
So I'm
flying
like-
up.
I'm like,
But-
I don't want to fucking telling Oral anything. I want to. I don't trust him at this point.
No. He's flying above your heads. But
Okay.
he's got a little smile on his face. He does sort of notice you, maybe like eyeing him with a sense of, I don't know, animosity. Says, "Is your friend all right? Seems a little bit pissed off with me."
Oh, he's just burning with excitement to finally make it to the castle to have an audience with your goddess.
You wish to speak to Oral? She's not here right now.
Well, we figured we'd be here for her timely arrival in the morning.
Then you have all the time to explore the island then.
Oh,
She will not be back for some time.
you see, we are not of such
Come, I will show you the frozen gardens. Beautiful ice sculptures that will make you weep.
We need somewhere safe from the weather, like the castle.
No
Tell
weeping.
him that.
No, sorry, no weeping. We just like it to make it up the mountain, if you would be so kind.
Oh, they happen to go through the gardens. So,
Is he lying to us? Maybe it's such a
on the way.
I'm telling you guys right now, there will be ice
Mhm.
statues that look like people that will try to kill us.
Oh, I can make another prediction.
Tracker. What do your survivalist eyes tell you? Do you see any?
I
room-
see a very beautiful wall that I can climb.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Yes.
Hmm.
Well, less of a wall, more of a mountainside.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Same difference.
I know you can climb, but I doubt everyone else can
He has a climber's kit,
climb up
right?
that.
I have a climber's kit and like 150 feet of rope.
It's also blistered. I would rather see, can we maybe make up a route up the mountain? Like, do we see anything? Do we perceive
Yeah.
anything?
There is a very clearly defined route.
Okay.
And if you look at this art very closely, you'll see it. It starts on the west side of the island
So we have to go
and
from
climbs up. And it climbs up through a switchback all the way up to the very top.
So that would be here, and like in reference to the art, right?
Your ping doesn't ping on the art, but the southwest you can see there's a ridge. There's two parallel ridges.
Yeah, I see.
But
it.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we really have to follow him.
We don't have to go through the garden, right? We can like go around here. We don't have to go in it.
Okay, let's do that then.
I'd rather not go into the garden. I feel like if he's leading us to a trap, we can just kind of ignore him. I feel like he's gonna follow us and pester us anyway.
Okay, let's do that. I just like anywhere this fucker wants us to go, we go around.
Yeah. He's
In
like an
case
anti-compass.
in case you're upset about me taking you to the cave, just remember you decided to go there.
Hmm. We will also decide to not visit the garden. I'm sure the sculptures are beautiful, but we're making a step around it.
Follow, follow.
I mean, I will very clearly move my character around it. I guess the other guys do the same. Are you guys doing the same?
Well, you can see them span quite widely across the island, and that Roki just leapt over a chunk of the mountainside.
We have to go like diagonally here.
It quite literally goes through the ice sculptures.
Well-
Like there's no way around it.
Okay. Then let's go back.
There's like either climbing the mountain or there is literally going through the ice sculptures.
Okay. I guess then
There's
we
so
go-
many. They're dotted all over the island.
Then we-
And these gardens are there are some that are much more defined than others. But in any case, you're effectively going past them enough to at least see them. So
Okay.
yeah, there's no real avoiding them. They're all over the island.
Then I guess we go into the garden. However, before we go,
You sure we can't climb the wall? I don't want to become an ice statue.
I don't think I don't think climbing mountains in a blizzard is advisable for us. I'd rather deal with the combat than falling from a mountainside.
What's everyone else think?
If we've got no other option but to go through it, I just keep coming back to the. I think we just keep reminding ourselves of why we're here. No distractions, no delays. We press on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm.
So
Before we go in,
case,
I would. Before we go in, I would.
you're
like
not going in anywhere, but yeah, sure.
Okay, before we go through it, to help us out a little bit, I would like to knock 10 minutes off of our time to cast detect magic. Oh no, wait, that only lasts.
That's an hour.
No, it's 10 minutes.
It lasts an hour. No, it's 10 minutes
Oh,
casting time,
Yes, 10 minutes. Yeah.
and then how
Oh,
long does it? And then it lasts.
Yeah.
It should say on the spell, so just say what it says.
You said
10
spread
minutes.
to- Yeah. It lasts 10
Cool.
minutes.
You can still cast that if you really wanted, but it'll you won't be. You'd be stopping 10 minutes in the freezing
Yeah,
cold.
I will do something else instead, which lasts an hour and which I have prepared. No, also doesn't last long enough. Fuck.
You can't
no.
just put a floating disc above his head to protect from the snow.
Attack thought
I
only
mean,
lasts a
if
minute.
you really want,
Lasts longer.
I'm kidding.
if you really want it up, you could cast it before you left the cave, and then you're spending 1,600 feet to get to these ice sculptures,
Yeah.
which is
No,
what?
I guess I can't really do
Move
anything.
30
Like,
feet?
I have detect thoughts as well, but that only lasts a minute, so I guess we're going in blind.
It's like 300. What's 1,600 feet divided by 30 times by 2? It's like 106 rounds. And that's your dashing, which I guess is still the same. So 53 rounds of like going through the. And
Later, 53 times 60.
you mean times 6,
Times 6, yeah. Sorry.
which is 6 seconds.
It's
And that'll tell you how many seconds it is.
by 60.
And then you divide that by 60.
Yeah,
And that's 5.5 minutes.
I'll do it just so I have 5 fucking minutes of detect magic, okay?
Okay. So you're approaching these sculptures just as you're in the latter half of your spell. Oh boy.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's the aura. So the sculptures, through the billowing snow, you see a grand assembly of ice sculptures. And they are all spread across this snowy field. Here, you can see this art for you. And they're all kind of dotted all the way around the foot of the mountain and in the center of the island as well. And you can see on closer examination reveals that the sculptures are completely faithful to their subjects. Bears, elks, saber-toothed tigers, wolves, yeti. There's even one that looks like a giant worm with frilled like appendages, hundreds of legs. And there's another that looks like an actual dragon, wings splayed out in a mighty roar. And all manner of other creatures of the north, but it almost looks like no mortal hand could create such wondrous works.
Do we have to pretend like we don't know what this means?
Well, no, because I nearly became one of these once.
Yeah. Well, better not touch anything. Especially you, Snort. Keep your grubby hands to you. Yes, of course, I would never.
Am I right in guessing that these look like what nearly happened to me? Well, as I said, like.
Not really. You can give me a. You'll have to give me some sort of check. Probably either a perception or investigation check.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I guess that's good enough.
So you look real close at them, and although most of them are covered in snow, there are some that maybe look fresher than others, and the ice itself, most ice is opaque, but this looks almost like so crystalline and pure that some of them are actually translucent. They aren't physical flesh and blood in there. These ice sculptures do appear to be made of ice.
Okay.
But yeah.
Let's keep going.
Does my
Get away from here.
Does my detect magic pick up anything, Senrith?
Yes, it does. In a secluded garden, there's this little icy wall made of like crystalline ice, and it's just about, shoulder height. And you can just barely see over the top of which there is this garden filled with another assembly of sculptures. And in amongst them, there is one that is giving off some sort of magic. Conjuration.
Right. Oh. Guys, as much as I have a hack for picking up magical items, I think we stay far away from that one. That is a summoned one, creature.
Okay, let's leave. Let's get far away from here.
At some point,
you want to know which one it is?
I mean,
what does it look like?
It looks like a gigantic wolf, a dire wolf, frozen in ice. And you also see the garden. There's that wall I mentioned, but a section of it has been smashed through. And so the wall isn't full all the way around. There's a section you can actually walk into the garden to reach it.
Is there anything that stands out about the wolf? Anything particular noteworthy?
Can I maybe make...
Yeah, sure, you know what? It's easier if I just take you to the map. Ignore the name.
Ignore the name?
Yeah. So...
Very true.
You should be able to see then, from where you're passing by this walled garden, the wolf it has some more barding on it, like leather barding, and you can see a couple of few bone trinkets kind of hanging off the leather, and standing nearby next to them is actually an orc with an axe, and it seems like he was mid-chopping down a tree, perhaps for firewood, and all around there are also other statues that seem to be smashed into pieces, and there are actual skeletons half buried in the snow here.
Um,
And I'll say,
Skeletons?
noticeably, some of these statues, they don't look as translucent as the other ice sculptures, Roki. Going off your investigation from earlier, these ones do seem to be like creatures that were perhaps encased in ice.
I feel bad that we're busy. I'd love to help them, but like,
I mean,
I
I
think
would
we
like
can.
to have one question. Since I'm a wizard doing
Mhm.
wizard things,
Yeah.
would I like looking at the eyes with an Arcana check or something? Maybe be able to glimpse more information. Mainly, could they be alive under the ice still?
With your detect magic, the only other thing you can do really is tell if some sort of magic was
Yeah.
active or cast on them. So I guess there is some latent transmutation magic, not on them now, but you can give me an Arcana check.
Mm.
Yeah, you surmise that whatever like transmutation magic was used on them, it's permanent and has permanently like petrified them potentially. So it's also possible that they froze to death just out almost flash freezed from some sort of divine magic, but there is potential that if they froze so instantaneously that they may still be alive if unthawed, perhaps.
I mean, we could conduct a little
Or thawed,
experiment
not
on
unthawed.
the crow over here. I could chuck a fireball at it and see if what happens
On the what? Chuck a fireball on what?
on the crow.
There's a raven.
Raven.
Yeah, like a
Oh, raven.
just perched on one of the branches of
Yeah.
this frozen tree, and in place of leaves there are these beautiful frozen crystals.
Okay.
And
it seems risky.
yeah,
Like,
Mm.
I could not fathom what could go wrong and cause us issues if we don't just move past this.
I
there you
mean,
go. This is a picture of the trees.
I will say one thing: this wolf and this orc seem to belong together, and they were making a fighting stand here, from what it
Yeah.
seems.
Can I
They
look
could
at the?
be
Sorry.
allies. And sorry, Ron. I
No,
actually
sorry, I
wanted
interrupted you. It was my fault.
I wanted to maybe even ask Roland if he recognizes the orc, maybe.
Well, I was going to ask first if I could see anything. Was the barding of good quality? Is it in
Mhm.
good condition? Is it heavy?
Yeah.
Is it light? Yeah.
I'll say this though, to get really good, a good look at these properly, and especially Steph making this Arcana check and checking if the barding is good, you will need to go inside the garden to actually see
One more
for
thing with the
yourselves.
Arcana
So
and the detect magic, right? I detect magic from all.
I'm moving you in.
No, wait. Do I detect any traps that
Um,
may be magical
you would need to
traps?
get closer to know.
I have a 30 feet aura in front of me. So I
Okay,
would
you
feel
can see
it.
there are no traps within that 30 feet aura.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go as
There's an
close as
echo
I
coming from
have to.
Guys, stay behind me. I have a plan.
I cast Spine Trap.
No.
Kidding. No, Senrith knows what I'm saying. I'm just kidding.
I
Like
want
you've
you
got
guys.
fine trap prepared.
No.
I want you guys.
It's one
to
of the
stay
best
out.
spells ever. It doesn't even tell you where the traps are. Just they are there.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, you should have heard about the
Yeah.
Dragon Hunter feature we were talking about. Also, Roland is just going in. No me scouting for magical
Well,
craft.
Roland needs to go in order for me to confirm that yes, it is good barding, and it is. It looks well made. In fact, there's almost a moment where you can tell every motion that was used in like putting this barding on. You can almost feel yourself like grabbing the straps and latching them tightly to the body of this wolf.
Yeah.
And that's when you experience what can only be described as a flashback, as you see
Fucking
flashing
do it!
images of you flashing images of you alongside this wolf, grabbing the harness, making it from scratch. Like you remember, like giving this wolf a pat on its mane, and then up ahead you would see the same orc, clearing the path of snow, trying to shovel it out of the way so that you had a much cleaner journey upon your mount. And yeah, they're there with a shovel, like ugh, like blood and sweat, trying to get rid of this snow so that you can travel this mountaintop.
I bloody knew it. Then, here, quick, come. This is my mount, and over there, this bloody squire. I knew he'd try to steal her.
What?
Well, your mount was a horse.
I'm just gonna say this. When I saw the orc with the great axe, I was like, I've seen this guy before.
Why would you think I have a horse? I haven't ridden a horse since I was a squire myself. I've told you before, I was not in the cavalry. I was a scout, and we needed faster steeds so that we could outrun anything that came to us. And we needed a bit of stealth. As you know, I'm very, very stealthy myself. So, I don't think I've ever. I think the cold has messed with your brain, young man.
Did anyone else know that his mount wasn't a horse? Because I
I am pretty sure the first time we met Roland, he was looking for a horse.
Am I the only one who's not gone completely mad here? I've never once mentioned a horse.
Look, guys, don't argue with him. You know where this leads. We're gonna be here all day.
Now, let's see what we can do to
Sword will take the ripe duty of standing guard outside.
And let's see if
Okay.
we can't wake this old girl up now, shall we?
Roland, so, what do you suggest we do? Do you want to try some restorative magic, or maybe we try something with a little bit more oomph? And I snap my fingers and like a little explosion comes out. Like, you know, fire.
Oh, is there a way I could cast Sacred Flame to specifically target the ice and not the wolf?
A sacred flame
damage.
Sacred
Radiant.
Sacred Flame does, yeah, it is radiant.
Exactly, it's radiant.
necessarily
and
like-
this was done by Oral, so
Interesting.
I remember the only thing
Okay.
that really hurt her was radiant damage. So is there a way I could do this where like I'm trying to see if it affects the ice in any way?
Give me a religion check then. Just so
Because I did spot
using
that
your
whilst
knowledge from
fighting, but
preview.
You can give yourself
Okay.
guidance on this one.
it's
You can guidance it. So, you're not sure if it will work or not, outside of just trying it yourself. Though it does look like it is a fully frozen creature, and they're not translucent like the other ice sculptures. This looks like it was a real creature. There's still that aura of conjuration magic on them as well. So you can try, but
with my insight, and because I'm from a temple, I actually have proficiency in religion. Can I help him with that so he gains advantage?
you can roll a religion check as well.
Okay, alright, do that. God damn it.
No,
well,
pretty sure this is a nice devil.
Roland, would you be okay with me trying to see if radiant damage it's more religious damage could counter the effects of oral on this?
I really don't think that would be necessary. You see, this old girl was, let's say, was a gift to me from a departed friend, and I do wonder if somewhat reuniting them might put a little bit of life back in her old bones.
Go
And I
for
want to take the orc stone and bind it round her neck as if like a collar, and then spend the next 10 minutes or so just reading from the Lathandran prayer book that I have, particularly anything about the warmth of sunlight, thawing ice, and bringing forth life.
Got it. Yeah, certainly can. 10 minutes will be a little bit of time. So as you begin praying, you already feel a little spark of warmth just within your own cold, rusty bucket iron armor, and you even feel where that warmth is coming from. I believe that, Roland, you're holding onto the summer star, are you not?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you can feel it kind of almost warming and spinning up slightly, and hoping that perhaps Lathander can hear you. Some miracle might take place. But over the course of these few minutes, what is everyone else doing whilst that's happening?
I will go over
Standing
to
back and
what
watching.
he. I will go over to what he
Okay.
called his squire, and
Mm-hmm.
I guess I inspect the squire.
Okay. Yeah, Roland, Roki, as you step back to let him do this, you do crunch on a bone beneath you, and you look down. You can see this
I feel
body
bad.
is yeah, it's been ripped apart. There's not much ice left on them. They're just completely destroyed and desiccated. You can give me a medicine check as well, Roki, as you look down at the body. So yeah. 15. Yeah, you can see that something has ripped this limb from limb, and there's no meat on the bones. Everything has been gnawed off.
Guess I go investigate the
Stef,
statue, as that's the only odd thing
the
standing out here.
statue. Yeah, okay. So I do have some idea of what the statue might look like.
I say somebody's eating these, and there's a statue here. What does the statue mean?
The statue appears to be. It looks like a humanoid form with these wings made of ice, and
Oh no!
there's this. Yeah, there's this actual kind of like regalness about them. There's someone that was clearly important or in a position of power, and there's a beautiful complexion and features to their face that belies something maybe even otherworldly. And let me see if I can find an image really captures that beauty.
Guys, has anybody
Yeah.
noticed that all of the frozen guys are looking at the statue?
Not all of them.
Do they?
Yeah.
They have their heads turned toward it.
Maybe
The
something
deer
like
has his eyes on the side of the head. This frozen guy up there looks at it. The squire down here looks at it, and similar for the wolf. The deer at the bottom
This
is
bird doesn't. This bird
Maybe
here
more
doesn't.
something like that.
So every
Hmm.
token we can hover
that
is
looks good.
tilted towards the center or the statue.
I mean, this moose looking away.
No, they have.
I mean, this
eyes-
guy's.
They have the eyes on their side of the head, so the trajectory would be.
Okay,
I mean,
I'll
the
tell you
moose
what
and the
then.
fox are looking directly at each other.
Okay, Steph. Yeah, give me a quick just Actually, you don't need to make a check. You've got detect magical, haven't you? There is actually a faint divination magic coming from the statue's eyes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Roki, you might want to take a step back from that thing.
When I say faint, it feels as though it's almost a little inert, right? It's not like an active magic. Like you imagine like there's electricity in a box, but the machine isn't turned on. It's kind of like that. That's what you gather.
Can I maybe look deeper into that with an Arcana check?
Yeah, go ahead. Give me an Arcana check.
Hmm.
Hmm.
18.
So divination is the magic school of being able to see beyond sight. You can tell things. Alarm, for example, is actually a divination spell because it alerts you when something is going off, right? This spell triggers. This feels like it might be similar to that of an alarm spell, but far more advanced than that. Something more akin to like
I was
an
about
arcane eye, perhaps, that can always see in this area. But
since I
whatever
have
it is, it feels like that eye is not open. It feels like it is closed.
I see. Well, right now I don't have this spell magic prepared. Would have been the time for it, right? But since I know the spell clairvoyance, I guess I can see that it's something similar to that. But we haven't triggered a trap yet, I guess.
Yeah, but like far higher level, much more like wider range, perhaps. Maybe even at the level, maybe even rivaling the spell divination, which I mean, that's got to be like
So
fourth
we are
level. Yeah.
being watched. Is what you're saying? I mean, not
Well,
yet.
no, I'm saying the statue's eyes appear to be closed, and as does the magic, it does not feel like it is active.
I have a stupid idea here. Since we don't know any magic or stuff, does anybody maybe want to throw a blanket over its head in preparation in case we trigger anything here when those guys wake up?
Who would have a blanket on them?
I mean, maybe
And then, like, a
somebody has
coat
a
on.
cape or a blanket, or I have a bedroll that I can use.
I'm an old man. I've
You
got
have a
black
bedroll.
belt and
Wait,
blankets.
you have some of our armor in your bag of holding. The stuff we had on before we put on the marine armor.
I do, but we didn't actually like remove it from your sheet. We just said like for the purposes of travel, it's inside my thing.
Yeah,
right?
so you could put someone's armor on it because the marine
I mean,
armor's better
not
anyway.
without asking, I actually have a bunch of robes that I'm not really wearing right now. I'll just use my own robes to attempt that, Senrith.
Yep.
Like
You wait, rope.
no
Ropes.
rope.
Clove.
Like
Oh,
my starting equipment as a wizard, but I'm wearing leather armor already, so the ropes are
robes.
just
Got it.
yeah,
Okay.
ropes.
Yeah, that's fine then. Sure.
We'll delete that
Yeah,
from
you can place them over the statue's head,
yeah. Just a little
specifically
bit
covering the eyes.
specifically covering the eyes. Yeah.
Yes. All right. Yeah,
Might do
you're
something,
pretty
might not do
confident.
something.
Okay. Tracker and Snob are outside. You guys waiting, watching, guarding?
I mean, Snort is guarding. I don't know about Tracker.
Mm-hmm. What are you up to, Tracker? I think he did say he disconnected earlier, but Casper,
Yeah. Can you hear
what
me?
are you doing during the 10
Right,
minutes
or
that
is
Roland's casting?
I am outside of the garden, right? Next to
Mm-hmm.
Snorp. I'll be
Snorp.
standing guard there and focus my senses on anything that moves around. So I'm gonna use Sensei to blindside.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Give me a perception check on top of that as well.
That would be perception with advantage because I'm standing still for a minute.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah.
As I am currently having issues with rolling into Foundry, Would you
Oh.
mind rolling for me?
Yeah, sure.
Oh my god.
You got a 3 and a 4.
Oh god.
That gives you a vision out to like
Vision 4. That will be 10 feet of blind sight.
10 feet. Okay.
Wait,
Snorp can
don't
also
I
make
get
a perception check, just flat.
plus 15 as well?
What's that?
Let me check. Sensate. When I'm standing still for a minute, I believe I have an increased range.
Oh, yeah, it is 15 plus your roll.
Yeah,
Round to the nearest 5 feet.
so that will
So it's
be
20 feet?
25, right?
25. Okay, yeah, you're right. 25 will actually be just enough. I'll also roll a perception check for Snorp anyway. Can't really see very well in the blizzard, so you can only see whatever's directly around him. And a 10, yeah, it's not great, is it? Okay, well, there is something out there. You can feel it trudging through the snow, Tracker.
Oh,
It's closing in, and it's almost near invisible against the blizzard. Whatever it is, it's large and on 2 feet.
where is it coming from?
But-
Outside or? The
Yeah,
other side of
from the
garden?
outside, and it feels like it's returning back to the garden. Like it's approaching you right now. What do you do?
I will whisper to Snorp to get the rest so we can get away as soon as possible. Don't
Okay.
shout. Something is coming.
I will telepathically. I will telepathically communicate. I'm afraid right now that might not be possible. So Roland is deep in prayer.
How tall is this hedge?
What? It's about shoulder height.
Hmm. Well, Roland's kind of covered by the front of the hedge here. So
Yeah,
if we get
it's
into
true.
like hiding positions,
Yeah, can we attempt to hide maybe?
yeah, I would.
Yeah, go ahead.
So it won't spot Roland till it's got a certain way through. So we're kind of in position.
You want to come
me a
inside
stealth
hide
check.
with us, Tracker?
Sorry?
God, not the stealth check.
Do you want to come
Afraid
inside
so.
hide with us, Tracker? mean,
Okay.
It's a group stealth check, right? Let's see here. Oh. Stealth.
Not the worst, but still.
It would be a group stealth check if Tracker's there, but
Yeah.
what are you doing, Tracker?
Okay, if they don't want to leave, then I will move behind the tree in the corner and hide there.
In the corner, okay.
So
And then
the
roll
bottom left
stealth
corner, yeah.
Yeah, we
Yep,
can't leave
you're
Roland,
there.
so we're kind of stuck.
I think this is a big story moment for Roland, so leaving here would be kind of a dick move.
Okay.
So
There's also other ramifications, yeah. But okay, perfect. So we have everyone in position, hiding.
That is 9.
Imagine if we just left and
40.
Roland died.
He's
39.
Let's go.
So Roland's fallen asleep
Mm.
anyway, and is already an ice statue, so it's fine. But I've really enjoyed playing with you guys. It's been great to get to know you.
oh no, Roland's fucking frozen.
Oh, no.
Oh my
Pretty
god,
nice.
it's an average of 9. This
That's
is
not good,
bad.
is it? Well, excellent. We love those. Okay. Returning through the sculpture's break point, you see something thud, grab a hold of either side and pry it even further open as it turns to the side and steps in. You see a sort of muscular, feral-looking creature. It looks hungry. It seems to radiate this extreme cold. In fact, even you, Tracker, just as it's stepping through, you actually feel a freezing temperature next to your body.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna quickly roll this.
Oh, I love 3 question mark guys.
Um,
That's so fun.
You take Yeah, 3 question mark dice. Yeah, you take 6 points of cold damage.
Great.
You haven't got any resistances, have you?
Nope.
Not
Next
yet.
level.
Okay. Okay.
I
So that
do actually. I have a
Yeah, you
pair
have my
of
boots.
you
cozy
do.
boots.
You're good. Yeah, this is just tracker at this point.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, so you can tell it's about when it comes into about 10 feet of you, tracker, and it's moving
Oh
through.
fuck!
You're on
It's
the bottom
ice
left.
troll.
You guessed it. It is indeed a hideous-looking creature with claws the size of, well, the size of the wolf's jaws, probably. And as it steps through, you feel that freezing cold like daggers down your spine. And it grabs that raven off of the branch and promptly bites its head off with a cracking of ice and a smashing of bone
Can we
as
not
well.
attack it before it bites it? Like, just as it picks
That's
it
what
up?
the stealth check is for. We don't know if the troll has. The troll has to make a perception,
Has it-
right? And we don't.
I'm still think we get a chance to make that
actually-
choice.
You maybe, yeah. I mean, well, actually, hold on. Good check. Yeah, it has got a higher passive perception than what you rolled. And I'll say this, Roki, as you're winding up a spell, you see it stop suddenly and go. And it seems to smell something in the air, a presence that wasn't there before, that is fresh. And it lets out that kind of roar as its frenzied eyes look around the ice sculptures, trying to locate. And I think, yeah, it knows you're here, unfortunately. So you won't have a surprise round,
What?
but
It didn't
we'll
surprise
see.
us.
I'm gonna roll.
I-
No, it didn't surprise you.
Before
No one's surprised.
Okay, like as the battle starts, right? I guess there's a battle starting.
I'm afraid so.
I-
It smells you.
I would look over to Sir Roland. Does he look frozen?
There's certainly an amount of snow that has rested on his shoulders and head as a result of standing still perfectly to pray.
His token-
But
his token on my screen, I don't know if it's about
No.
his token is literally
Yeah, no, that was
frozen
a-
like the statues.
that was as a joke because he said like, yeah, Roland's
Mhm.
just fallen asleep and died. No, he's not really.
Oh, okay.
You
How
can
many- how
just
long
about
has
hear him
Roland been
muttering the
doing
prayers
this?
under his breath.
Hmm?
About 5 minutes.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh, wow.
So
that's fine,
it's
fuck
I'm guessing at that point your detect magic runs off. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, it's out.
Well, I want to
Okay.
fight it at the moment. It's obviously smelling us.
Yeah.
Yeah, then we roll.
Then roll initiative.
Okay.
Oh, it's initiative already there. Okay, nice.
I
I should have done Vigilant Blessing earlier.
My initiative, please.
Yep.
Oh,
Sure.
I don't need it. That's fucked.
Sorry. Yeah, always happens when players ask me to roll for them. I roll like shit. Yeah.
Where am I?
Does Roland
At the
participate?
Oh,
bottom.
there. Okay, I see. Cool.
Does Roland participate?
Roland-
with meditating?
So participating, Roland, would interrupt the ritual. It would mean you need to start again, but it doesn't mean it's wasted any of your resources. You would just have to begin again. And yeah, you hear this thing kind of thudding in and then just lets out that feral, hungry roar.
But it feels traumatic
And then
to
you
let
roll-
him carry on unless something happens that he feels like he
If
needs
I
to join
can
in.
take his
Mhm.
measurement for anything, he's not
No,
gonna
no,
help.
come back to this prayer. I've got halfway through and stuff it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Roki, you're up first after all, so you can launch that Sacred Flame
Well-
if you want.
Well, I'm not saying play with this guy. He's a big fucker. Let's
Yeah, he is. Whatever you want, you send it.
Guiding
Get some
bolt
battle
for
music up in
Trigger.
here.
Guiding bolt for me? Question mark.
Yes.
Sorry, I forgot there's some tokens around you, but
stuff with
I'm
disadvantage.
just gonna make
on
them
your
friendly.
butt. Oh,
Yeah, it's
Got him
not
anyway.
disadvantage. Don't worry. Just yep, it looks like a hit still. You're all good.
that's a good amount of damage. I rolled 4 6s.
Nice.
What the fuck?
Wow.
Damn! All right.
We'll try out a new toy here.
Cool. Anything else?
I don't know
Movement
if I could do anything.
bonus?
Uh,
Yep. All right.
stand strong and confident.
Stand strong. Okay. Yeah. You see Roki just stand up over the elk. I imagine like you're using that as to like steady your aim and like fire the blast with your hand like resting on top of the back. And yeah, it certainly does a massive amount of radiant damage. It's like clawing at its own skin as if trying to get the light that's now glowing on it off. And then Steph, it'd be your turn.
Hit it hard, Steph. You got it.
So the guiding bolt means I have advantage on things, right?
On the next attack, yeah.
Okay. Does that also include spell attacks? Just asking.
Yes.
Okay. We will use a new toy here. I should have advantage, right?
Oh, a troll isn't very
it's
intelligent.
not a-
What a surprise.
You don't have advantage because it's a saving throw, so
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Hmm.
But it will fail. And 12 points of psychic damage as it reels a spike into its mind. It's like seems to now be holding its head in pain.
Did we
Anything
encounter
else?
a troll before?
I will not do
No.
anything else right now.
Okay.
I'll hide behind this set here, and Snorp will just go ahead, move out a little bit here, so it doesn't like shoot through the trees or anything. Take
Mm-hmm.
the same. He has advantage. Oh, and he crits him.
No, that's good.
God damn. All right, this is happening. And as he's like reeling back and his head is exposed, a sling bullet goes right in between his forehead, cracks him. God damn. All right. Well,
It's only
With it
8
being-
damage though. Of anyone that could have got the nat 20, that's
Sorry,
kind of low.
the troll, because it got mind with, it can
I
only
know.
move, do an action, or do a bonus action, nothing else.
and I know. You're good. All right. Okay. Well, let's have a look here. Okay. 10 feet.
Wait, we did encounter a troll before. In Good Meats.
Mm,
I'm gonna say this, Senrith, I love this spell already. Trolls are not very
yeah, it's
smart.
pretty nasty, isn't it? Yeah, it's really good. Oh boy.
This spell really doesn't like me.
No, it is definitely heading in your direction.
Yeah.
And Roland's as well. You know what? I guess it has to stop short about here. So that'll end its turn.
Can I check?
So
is
Roland,
that- is it within the reach of my spear where it stopped?
it is.
Okay. Stabby reaction time then.
Okay.
And I will activate. Can that activate Channel Divinity Sacred Weapon on a reaction?
No. I think it's on your turn.
Okay. So it's just a straightforward.
I'll double check that when that comes out, but
Okay.
most features say like on your turn, do this but alright, well, still a hit. 10 piercing damage skewers its flesh a little bit. Though what you do notice is as you pull the spear out of his leg, you see that wound immediately begin to knit right back up, and it's as if you didn't stab it at all. And you just see this kind of cold white scar across its flesh. It looks down at the leg, looks back up at you, and lets out this frozen breath all over your face, and it smells like rotten, well, probably human bodies, and a mixture of, a mixture of that and icicles form over your beard, and you take 3d6 cold damage.
Yeah.
There you go.
And is that
That'll
half
be your turn.
because of my resistance?
Yes, so pick back that 3.
like a blood and guts
Yeah,
slushy.
Let's go track it, cut him open.
Don't worry, guys.
Your turn.
I'll keep this thing's wounds from closing.
Is it me up?
It's Roland's turn,
Yeah.
right?
Track it.
Oh,
Oh,
I
it's
didn't
Roland,
do it.
sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
No, it's Roland.
Okay, I will channel divinity then. Get my fabulous. Gonna be on the spear.
Mm. I'll stab. Yep.
And then
Not much armor on this guy, but
we've got
his
multi-
hide is really tough to pierce. Thank God you have that extra multi attack. Oh my God, it's happening. Extra attack is here, and it's wounding the creature. You see this kind of blackish blood spill on the snow.
Might as well do the bonus attack as well. Oh, I missed.
Ah, that one will miss.
Finally,
Alright.
someone missed.
And I am
Yeah.
going to move to here just to give Stef a bit of protection if it tries to get too close. In fact,
Okay.
yeah, that's where I need to go.
Trackers
Seems
go.
like you came to defend your squire after all.
Let's go there.
Don't talk to a superior officer unless you're spoken to first, young man.
Let's do this and give everyone a bit of 10 HP. I
Okay.
don't even need to
Your eyes
use
not
any.
cold enough already?
No.
I'm kidding. Goodbye.
Let's make sure this one is going to hit hard.
Fuck yeah, King Trident.
Skippity skip. There we go. Ting ting. Blades are flying.
You guys all have 2 attacks now, right?
Oh, that's right. I have 2
Mhm.
attacks.
Wait, did Roland make the
He is.
attack?
He should be punctured now.
Yes.
Uh,
God damn, that +2 weapon just hones in on the weak
Mhm.
spots. As it tries to like swat the trident away, you feel another force magnetizing it back to where you try to strike. And yeah, stabs right into his arm. Ow. Well, he's
Yeah.
looking real bloody now.
and that shall be my turn.
Roki.
I can go around if need be, but would I be able to like hop over
I think-
the deer to beeline? Or do I have to go around?
You'd have to go around it.
Fine. Could have been a cool
Oh
moment.
wait, it's the puncturing is only if I'm wielding it two-handed.
Okay. Good to know.
I would advocate that you guys save resources and that thing looks pretty dead almost.
Wait, what track did you say about puncturing? Does that change anything, or do I just carry on?
No.
You continue.
Cool. Well, I'm seeing a lot of sub-20s here, and this thing looks pretty well hurt, so let's finish it off.
You miss.
God
Only you hit.
damn it! Can I use my
I'm
inspiration
afraid
to
that's a
reroll that?
miss.
I don't want to miss.
Yes.
Okay. Fuck
Okay.
missing that.
Yep. Click the spell again, and just don't consume spell slot.
We're really embarrassing to fail that.
Hey, there you go. We'll take the original damage, though. Oh, my lord. So we'll take the original damage, because that's what it would have been. So I'll tell you, though, it is very near death, that's for sure. Oh, lord. Yeah, you sat the life out of it. You see its form become emaciated. The skin sort of shrink wraps around its muscle. Its teeth fall out. Its eyes become sunken. It lets out what would have been a roar. Now sounds like a pained gasp. Like,
Oh, no cold breath for me, bitch. Go on, Steph. Go on, what are you made of?
Is he not taking frost damage at the end of his turn?
No.
He's the aura, right? Okay. Well,
No. Steph's go.
I will just move over here a little bit in case something goes wrong. I don't expect it to, but I will just firebolt his ass.
Fucked.
Well, shit. That'll do it. Fire is one of its weaknesses, and of course, immediately it falls backwards, clinging onto the flaming scorch mark on its chest, and you see it like convulse momentarily as if it's trying to like regenerate something, but the fire has put an end to its still beating heart. It is no more. That'll end combat.
Wow. Now that thing's dealt with, Roland, do you want to get back to saving your mount? And I'm sure Steph will try and look something on the body. And
Yes, I think I will. Although I can't
Right,
remember. bloody
Can
where
I
got
clean the
to
body?
Yeah.
So I'll have to start from the beginning.
you can start again. I'll help Tracker with the lookout this time.
Yeah. I guess you are the lookout. Tracker is gonna clean the body. I want
Oh, fine, you guys do that. Snort, come here. I'm not doing this alone.
if you can,
yep,
Tracker,
come on.
I would like to have a nose. I would like to have its nose.
Its nose.
Oh wait, that is plus
Bag.
2. 27.
Sure, you can get. What do you have to track it?
I am just after organs and stuff.
Yeah. Like you find its heart, and that might be worth something. Troll heart.
Do I get a nose?
Let me check. A nose. If you want to chop off its nose, you can.
Okay.
Let me check here. Nope, that's nothing.
Oh, by the way, I have 7 scimitars and 8 short bows in my inventory for some reason.
That's the loot we got from Karkalok. Didn't we sell those?
I don't remember if we sold it or not. But this is Roland's moment. We can figure this out later. I will just add a troll nose to my sheet. Ice
Yep.
troll nose. Okay.
The heart is charred as well, Tracker, specifically. It looks burnt and charred.
Hmm.
Other than that, the rest of its body was kind of emaciated and rotted away from the necrotic damage it was dealt. Okay.
Does it work? Okay, let's see how I'm going to add this one.
Right. Well, while you do that, we can resume the prayer with Roland. So here in this icy garden, take a moment. What would you like to do?
Flipping back to the page that he was on, begins the prayer again. While some of that fighting was going on, I wrote one up and just dropped it in the handouts if anybody wants to read it.
I want you to recite it. I want you to recite it.
Oh my god. I don't think I can bring this.
How long is it?
Not long.
Oh, okay.
Not that long.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, you want?
If you wish. If you want. You don't have to.
Right.
Stef wants you to do it.
All right. No, I'll do it. I'll do it. So it starts muttering away. Let thunder now rising in your radiance as the new sun ascends. So do our spirits lift our voices in gratitude. In this frost-kissed morning, we beseech you, thaw this frozen earth, awaken dormant seeds, grant life where there is stillness, and breathe vitality into every living thing. May the icy stream become a babbling brook. May the bud burst forth, the petal unfurl, as they too open themselves to your warmth. And as the land stirs, let us remember, each dawn is a promise, time to lift our faces to the sky and grateful for your golden gift. Amen.
And as you complete this final verse, you already see, as you open your eyes from that prayer, the warmth of Lathander has grown and glowed over your skin and armor. And there's a moment where all the rust is gone. It's a shining, brilliant breastplate, glowing and reflecting the sun of Lathander on this frozen wolf, and it's melting away the ice. See it kind of dripping onto the floor, and you again have that kind of moment where you have that flashback as you see the wolf's face. It is a moment where you were on that mountainside, and then suddenly there was this shadow looming ahead. It appeared out of the cold with baleful blue eyes. Claws reached forward, clenched, and you felt an icy grip over your heart and mind. You slipped and fell from the saddle, and icicles began to form into a 6 snowflake shape underneath your mount. There was nothing you could do. Paralyzed from the cold, your squire tried to leap in front and try to shield the wolf from whatever spell this was, but a screech, a bird-like screech, intensified the spell, and before you could do anything, the frozen ground around them built up into an icicle, a formation that encased them fully, and then just as quickly as it formed, so too did it vanish. Nothing more than a few sprinkling of snowflakes landing on your face, and you remember kind of almost passing out from the cold, and your mount was whisked away to here, perhaps. All this time they were taken from you, just much like much like Faith was taken. You have that very same recognition in the ability and the moment it happened. It's no wonder you couldn't find them this entire time. It's no wonder there was no tracks or any leads. And as you come back out of that flash, you find your face is being licked, and you can hear the paws kind of treading in the snow around you.
Well, where the bloody hell have you been? Yes. Now, come on, stop that now. You're embarrassing me in front of my comrades. And yeah, it's very good to see you too. And yes, later I'll fill you in and let you know where your old master is as well. And you may be quite surprised, but yes, it's wonderful to be with you too.
Well, Roland, I'm surprised, shocked, and a bit of disbelief that you actually had a steed, I guess.
That's the word he used. Steed. That's why I thought it was a horse.
Steed can be many things.
Well, yes, this is indeed the world's most faithful steed. Everybody, I'd like to introduce you to this is this is white.
It lets out a growl.
White paw, fang, fur, beard. White beard, fang, paw. That's it. Yes.
It lets out a huff and rolls its eyes.
I will go and pet the dog. Well, nice to meet your acquaintance, White Paw.
It lets out a growl and snaps its jowls towards you, Stef.
Does Roland react to that in any way, or does it just let it happen?
That's how she says hello. What did you expect her to nuzzle your hand and ask for a bloody carrot?
So, we obviously didn't hear what you told Roland just now. It was his recollection, right? So, well, Roland, what about your squire?
Oh, don't worry about the squire. We can always find another one.
I mean, Doesn't look like he actually stole it.
Indeed, I do fear I owe that young one an apology. I've been besmirching his good name when, in reality, I think he tried to protect the steed, which is his job, of course. That's exactly what he's meant to do. But
Well-
yeah, I've perhaps been very harsh upon him.
Well, how sturdy would you say your squire is?
Well, I think that's him over there.
So, with
This
the
one?
DM and Roland's permission, I would like to cast a burning hands in his direction under the assumption it's not gonna kill his squire. Like in a very obvious attempt to like melt the ice.
Didn't you just say something about saving resources?
I did, but gaining an ally is also a resource, right? And that's a level 1 spell slot.
So it goes.
I can also
What
just
did you-
throw a firebolt, I guess.
What did you get on your Arcana check earlier?
Like a 20.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so with it being a form of transmutation similar to that of petrification,
Okay.
nothing short of a miracle will actually thaw them out.
Okay.
Physical fire would probably just break
Okay.
the statue.
Okay. That's what I'm asking.
Okay.
I mean, I guess can they
Yeah,
use lesser restoration on it? Does that get rid of a condition?
you would need a greater restoration,
Okay. Got it. Then I would
and that
like
also costs
to
gold.
attempt something else to help out Roland, right? I could cast. Wait, if I cast Enlarge on the dude, would that break the ice around him or not? Or like does the ice shrink with him?
They would just be an enlarged petrified statue.
Okay. Well, so Roland, with your permission, I would like to. Then I would like to not enlarge him. Wait, did I prepare the spell? No, fuck, I didn't. Never mind.
Well, at the very least, we'll take him with us and perhaps find a way
Take
to
him with
revive him.
Guess you can ride your
on-
steed.
Yes, we can put him on top of White Fang Beard Pawjaw.
Okay. Or we just do that.
Okay. Well, it's about time we
Hmm.
leave. Can I take this little bird and like put it in my pocket?
The headless one?
I assume it's the one that it
Oh,
didn't
this
eat.
one. Oh, this is a little owl. Yes, you can take that
Yeah,
one,
because
I guess.
okay.
Ah,
I'm assuming it's not actually
yeah.
like wide open like that. That's just like a representative icon.
Maybe before we go, Roland, do you also know this guy?
There's...
Who the hell is this?
This looks like a Reged tribe barbarian,
Oh,
Oh,
fuck them.
and he looks like mid swing, about to attack his assailant,
Hmm.
standing perhaps face to face with Oral at the time of his frozen.
It'd be useful if
So
I.
Roki.
would I recognize their tribe?
Yes, this is a tribe of the elk.
Oh, they're supposed to be the strong ones.
Hmm.
Do I get a
Yeah, a little
petrified
description
owl?
for Roland's. Yeah. I'll say this then. So you can take the owl, and the moment you bring them off the branch, nothing happens. But do you place them in your backpack or something?
Wherever I can fit it. Yeah, if it won't, if it's too big for like
Okay.
a big pocket or something.
Yeah, it can fit in your backpack. It's a smaller owl, so it's just a small creature, no bigger than your average owl. But as soon as you do, you see underneath the robe, the eyes of the statue suddenly begin to flare up, a bright blue light kind of emanating from them.
Get out of here.
Roki's just running for the exit
Mhm.
as they do, and yeah, you swear you hear this kind of screeching voice from beyond. says something along the lines of "Defilers!"
Do we recognize the voice, or we've
No,
heard?
no, you
Does
do
it
not.
sound like Oro? We've heard her talk.
What has Oral said to you? What has she said to you?
I don't remember, but we had like this conversation.
Nothing is the answer.
No.
Nothing. Is
No.
the... She has never spoke to you.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
So
We
you would never
spoke
recognize
to
the voice.
Oral, but they never answered.
Okay.
Well, let's hurry up to the castle before she gets back.
Okay,
Okay,
Roland,
we take
you've-
the orc with us
you-
on Roland's back, right?
yeah. How are you taking the orc? It's a massive, it's a frozen statue, and it can't be
I
like
would
slapped over the
assist
back of a
Roland
mount.
with
It's like an awkward shape.
picking him up. Oh, can't
Mhm.
we can't balance him on? What
Balance
was
is
it?
the problem.
Bla-
As soon as
Oh.
it's in motion, this thing's gonna basically topple off.
I mean,
Like
I
it would
have,
be different if it was like slouched over, but
Yeah.
it's very awkward.
I
You could physically lift it, but then you're like basically going at half speed.
I mean, I have some rope, 50 feet of it. Can we secure it with the rope on top of the wolf?
Again, it's such an awkward shape. I don't know how securing. I can't see it working personally. You would secure something with rope if it was like flopped over the back, but it's an entire statue of a person. It's not going to
Okay.
balance properly.
Yeah.
For now, I'm going to carry it myself.
Okay. All right,
With my 40 feet
You
of
just
movement
lift it up.
speed, so I'm just a bit slower than normal.
just a bit. Okay.
Thank you very much. I wonder if you would even be able to sit atop White Fang or Bloodjaw and hold him. Well, I don't bloody know. I've never carried a bloody statue around, have I? Can't you conjure a flying table, Stef? I've seen you do it before.
I can.
Oh.
But let's first get out of here.
Yeah.
It takes a while to prepare the spell.
Okay. That
Okay.
was a very good idea. I would feel very bad to leave him behind.
Oh, don't worry. We'll bring your trusty squire with us.
Wonderful. Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you very much, Tracker. You're very strong.
Do you have permission to use your mount? You should have a character sheet for them and everything.
Fantastic.
Juniper pops out of the snow as you guys
Yeah.
leave and jumps back on your shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
The wolf itself is incredibly large, wild-looking, muscular. This is a dire wolf plus, because it seems as though they've been bred for war, not just a one in the wilderness. And you can see perhaps even some of its orc heritage coming through, and that these ones have like these raised tusks, like fangs, that extend out of their jowls.
Is this from the
and
old
indeed-
Find Steed or the new one?
New
or
one.
the playtest one? Okay.
You can see there's many battle scars over them. They've seen maybe just as much fighting as Roland has. Maybe even more.
Mm.
But for now, yeah, you can
Phenomenal.
mount atop them. And we will say goodbye to the Garden of Death.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the Island of Solstice. Okay.
Where is the fucking game?
So it was about...
Or map?
Oh, it's around.
Yeah.
It's always kind of out on the outskirts of whatever you've been at.
Mm-hmm.
And Supu says, "What did you think of the beautiful ice sculptures? Weren't they amazing?"
Oh, it was quite lovely. It turns out you're actually quite helpful. Look, we made another friend.
Friend, yes, that's why I brought you here, making lots of friends. I mean, Supo is your friend as well, so it only makes sense. Supo will make you more friends.
Lots of friends.
So, about that, there's one more friend you would wish to see.
No, I think we'll take the road.
Yeah, there's one more friend we
They
need to
could-
see, and they are in the fortress.
No, there.
Do you want to be our friend?
Fine. Oh, Supo is your friend, isn't he?
Well,
You would never hurt Supo.
to really make friends, you gotta shake hands, you know?
That's your customs. We just say we're friends.
Well, friends respect each other's customs, right? We followed your invitations. How about you follow ours? And I stretch out my hand.
Roll a deception check.
Wouldn't it be a persuade? It doesn't really matter. But,
Wait, are you deceiving him?
yeah,
I know I
Of course
would
he
be
is.
if I did that. Okay.
of course,
Of course he is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, guidance.
What?
You
Why am I
don't
getting
need it.
guidance?
'Cause you don't use guidance on a failed, only on a failed roll. It's not a failed roll. So he will come over and say,
Only if you accept my custom.
Mm-hmm. Well, what?
My
would that
custom is we breathe on each other with icicles. Frosty, minty breath.
be? Well, I don't know an ice breath, but I can breathe on you with lightning.
You can breathe on
eyes
me
kind
if
of
you
blink
want.
wide for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
You can
No,
breathe on
no,
me.
just-
I'll take that custom.
Let's no. Let me handle this. I would like to but a handshake first.
All right. He shakes your hand with a icy
Mhm.
talon.
As I grab his hand, I'm not letting go. I'm not letting go.
Okay, make me a strength check.
Oh my.
You roll a 1, I'm giving up on you.
Mm-hmm.
Never healing you again.
Ability check, right?
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Okay. So he knows something's going on the moment you grip onto him, and you're far stronger than this little Supo is. And he's like,
Wait, let go! Let go! You're hurting Supo.
Oh, look, Supo. I really want to be friends with you, but I got a feeling that you're not being honest with us.
What do you mean? Supo's done nothing but guide you.
You need us to the summit now, or you will make friends with Nod next. And I kind of wake up Nod and show like his gaping teeth.
yeah, this devouring bag. Okay. Give me an intimidation check with advantage.
Really, again, he's literally in my hand. I can squeeze the light out of him.
Oh, I know.
Intimidation
But
with advantage.
nonetheless,
That's why it's
Yeah.
advantage.
Come on, don't
Yeah,
fail me now,
that'd be
guys.
why it's an
Oh,
advantage.
god damn it. It's a 0.
Ooh. I'll tell you what, you can add your strength, but it's not going to help the rolls much because you're using your strength to enforce it, but you've only got +1. So it sort of lasts
It's
for a moment.
5.
It's the okay, so it's a 5, right? Well,
Mhm.
where's Super? So Subaru says,
You can't force Supo. Plus, I was going to take you there as soon as I would show you the shipwrecks anyway.
Which shipwrecks? Like the ones all the way up on the other side.
Yes, and I said you had time.
Oh,
Oral not back for many hours.
you know what? I'll ponder about that later. And you know what, Super? I was never somebody that made a lot of empty threats. In the back you go. Open up, Nod.
wait, because you failed your intimidation check, you're going to try and force it in there?
Yep.
All right, roll another strength check. I'm going to say, because it's clearly trying to get away every time.
Sure.
I don't know if
I mean, he has
15, but
he has every moment before he's in the bag to change his mind. Oh, God,
Mhm.
that's that.
But I'm failing this
not
one.
quite. Yeah, this time he does slip free, as I imagine what you're doing is when you're gripping him, it's like
Yeah.
slightly melting the icy exterior of the elemental. As it does, it's now using that melted ice to slip out, and it suddenly starts flapping its wings furiously
Like,
into the
guiding bolt him
blizzard.
before he can fly away.
Yeah, you can totally burn your spell slots and resources on this tiny little imp.
Fine.
Go for it. No, I'm saying you can, but it is your choice.
Mhm.
You will be giving up that if you really hate Supo that much. Launch it,
I
but
don't hate him. I
it's
just
your
feel
spell.
like
Can I shoot him with a crossbow then?
yeah,
Yeah.
fire a crossbow.
Are you one of those
Wait,
people
why
with,
do I have
what's it
disadvantage?
called?
Because this grid is 200 feet a square, so it'd be 11 plus 1, so 12. 12 would hit him, so he takes 7 points of piercing damage. And Supo is no longer friends. Supo is goes from neutral to hostile.
Go on,
That's
fight
right.
us, bitch.
Supo was your friend all along. But he's not going to go anywhere near you guys. He's going to flap and flap until he goes into the blizzard, at which point he is heavily obscured. And you do not see him. He sort of just cries into the distance and says,
Ah, you meddling adventurers! Oral knows you're here. You'll make your blood freeze when she gets back.
Well, that's not good news.
Uh,
Maybe we should spend less time playing around in gardens from now on. And hurry up. I've been
Yes.
saying this since the start.
yeah.
Let's
Um,
get there.
Flee while you can!
Let's get there as quickly as
Let's
we can
move.
and get out.
Yeah, we're going up here, right? That's what I assume was the route.
okay.
I tried
Yep,
to make.
well, you're going up the switchback.
My weak wizard hands failed me.
Supo's done nothing to you, though, guys.
I mean, he
Literally
What do you mean
nothing.
nothing?
He
You tried to get
led
us
us.
killed
He
He
led
led
you.
us into a death trap almost twice.
No,
Yeah.
you chose to go there. You both times you chose.
No. We said
No,
we
we didn't choose the
Yeah.
garden.
Yeah, you did. You had to go through the garden. But actually, you had to pass the garden, but you chose to go in there.
I mean, in all fairness,
No.
I didn't want for us to.
Yeah.
I didn't want for us to kill him or attack him. I was just like making.
You're
real
grossly mistaken. The whole party is. Supo never forcefully led you anywhere that you wouldn't want to go, and you did actually do everything on your own accord.
No. Tricking us.
Yeah.
He was trying to get us attacked or killed. Like, you can't
If
claim
that's your
otherwise by going, he
interpretation.
didn't force you. Like,
You didn't.
oh, do you want to stay
You
out in
decided
the
to go in
snow
there.
and die? Or do you want to go in this cave that I'm heavily implying there's a reason you want to go there? Like, no.
Mhm.
He didn't tell you there was a reason to go in there.
How disappointed he was when we came out
No,
and made friends.
Yeah.
Wrong again. You actually asked, is there anywhere we can get out of this blizzard? And he said there are caves on the east side of the island. You can go there. And he even warned you of the dangers. He said, however, they are inhabited by dangerous things. He even told you that. And you were like, okay, well, let's check out these caves.
When we
So,
said to make another friends, he was like, God damn it. And instead of going to the castle, he wanted to lead us to the shipwreck, like on the fucking other side.
Yeah, I'm not being gaslit. No.
Yeah, I'm not being.
No,
He
you don't know.
He literally
You
said,
don't know what's
"Oral
over there.
knows we're here," and he was trying to waste our time.
Yeah.
That's because that's again useful information. So he's telling you that Oral's here. So it's actually kind of useful to know that. He could have just flown off and let you meander here and wait.
No, he's trying to
And he
scare
could have
us
just
so
let
we
you.
don't get what we're looking for.
No,
We don't know
Yeah,
if he's
but you
telling
shot
the
him.
truth.
don't gaslight us.
Yeah, but
Senrith.
you shot
I'm
him.
telling you, literally.
No, I'm not gaslighting you. You're just reading into something when there is none. Even
Okay,
though
I'm gonna start
Supo
min
is a friendly
maxing
guy.
in response to
I'm
this.
gonna say this, Senrith. Multiple players are reading into this at the same time, independent
well,
from each other. So,
Sure.
Can I
But what
roll
if I told you out of
perception
game, like
on the
Supo?
can I roll?
You could try, but I'm telling you fact for fact that he has not done anything to you or led you anywhere that you did not choose to go to out of your own volition. So
We
you're
only
the
went
mean.
through the gardens because you, as a DM, said we should go through the gardens because the wall isn't viable.
No, not because you should.
I didn't.
No, again, I gave you
want
the
to go
option.
through the gardens.
I said, well, you didn't have to then. I told you you can go up the mountain or through the gardens, and you said, let's go through the gardens.
Look, guys.
Again, not Supo.
No, but past the gardens. We didn't want to interact with the gardens until we were actually put into the garden.
Like,
Well,
for
you
us,
chose to go into the gardens.
For us, he seemed too deceptive. Is our feedback, I guess. That's it. We don't have.
If you're going to play someone as a deceptive, you can't blame us
Well,
for treating
I
you
didn't
deceptive.
roll. I never rolled a deception check once because he didn't lie to you once, and he didn't lead you astray once. He only led you the path that you were actually destined to go, which was up that trail towards the castle. So it's kind of funny. I'm just The only reason I'm pointing it out is because it's hilarious to me that you think that there's something when really everything up till now has been your own choice. If anything, you just shot a poor innocent friend. I should just drop your alignment. But hey, let's move on.
The shooting was a bit much. Putting him into naught doesn't actually kill him, guys. Just pointing that out.
No,
He would just kind of sit
Yeah.
there.
Okay, but it does kind of show you guys that you can build up. It's a moral lesson, and that you can build up false insights just purely based on someone's tone of voice or misconstrued actions. But anyway, it matters little. Let's head up to the entrance. Who knows Supo's true intentions at this point? You'll never find out because he's now hostile to you.
You said he never lied to us?
Hmm.
I recall him saying that Oral wasn't in the throne room or in the fortress.
Yeah.
Correct. That doesn't mean they don't know you're here.
They might
Again,
know
you're
we're
making
there.
assumptions. She doesn't have to be on the island to know you're here.
Oh no, I don't. I fully believe that she knows we're there. But if she's not in the fortress right now,
Uh-huh.
that
Then
means
you're
that at
you're
least
saying
the fort.
you're going to forgive.
Well-
What you're saying is you're going to forgive Supo the moment you realize she's not here, because he never left you astray. And
No.
actually, you guys are the evil
No.
ones. So why bring up the fact that he never lied?
No, it's just that if she isn't here, then our best way of proceeding is get there as fast as possible and get out.
Right. So that's really helpful information. Sounds to me. Sounds like Supo did you a favor.
Can we drop
Assuming
the-
he's telling the truth.
Can we drop the super thing? I feel like we're hanging.
But yeah,
Which I'm
let's
telling
move
you
on.
he is. Anyway.
We
guys,
just want to
so
move
funny.
on.
Yeah.
We are moving on. We're right here on the map. Don't get defensive. All right. So heading up this side of the mountain, rising before you is a 600-foot tall mountain of glacial ice. Its peak carved to resemble a gigantic skull wearing a crown.
Oh,
Weaving up the mountain's southern slope are enormous stairs hewn from the ice. These steps, which extend from the base of the mountain to the base of the fortress, were clearly made for giants.
Do we need to do anything, or can we just start going up there?
You can start moving up. Except as you're ascending to this altitude, and it takes another good 20 minutes to climb all the way to the top, I need everyone to make me that frost saving throw. DC 25.
Oh, don't fail me now, guys. I don't want to have hyper from you again.
I
need
failed.
to put your mount into...
by a lot.
I got it.
Wait,
Oh, we all made
I'm
it.
gonna
except-
reroll.
We all made it.
That didn't
I
happen.
made it.
Oh, wait, why did you reroll? I'm confused.
I use my
You
inspiration.
can use inspiration.
Ah,
Yeah. All right. Where is your mount?
I guess we are slowly moving as a group. I'm just moving the mouse, and I assume everybody sticks together, right?
2 seconds, guys. I was just
Yeah, what did
needing
you-
to Frost save the mount.
True. Yeah, I'm trying to find your mount as well. I don't know where I've put it.
I've dropped it on the map if that helps. Oh no.
Wait a second. Let's wait until Roland's with us.
Oh, that's why I couldn't find it because you changed the name. That's all right. I was looking for it in the folder. I'm like, oh, where'd it go?
Okay. It's
Alright,
still
cool.
appearing as
I'm gonna drag it
Roland
in.
Force on the map, but
Yeah. It's the token is different from the character sheet,
alright.
but I can change that too.
Thank you.
And offered by anyone update.
I
Done.
would just like
Okay.
to, while you guys figured it out, I will just try out something.
Okay.
Okay. Still working.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead and roll. I guess I should roll for Snorp at this point as well. Even Icewind kobolds are not immune to the freezing cold of the island of Solstice.
Where is
Yeah,
the
he's
Frost
having
Maiden?
a hard time. Just roll a con save.
The con save, right?
And I don't know how it's going to pass without the cold weather clothing anyway. Why are you
Doesn't
attacking
have cold
Snorp?
weather clothing. What the hell are you doing?
I was just trying out something because while you were figuring this out, I talked to Senrith about renaming Tasha's Mind Whip because I don't like the flavor of having Tasha in there. If I can rename the spell without breaking it.
It doesn't break the automation, it breaks the animation. I think we went
It
over
also
this.
didn't break the animation. It worked.
Okay. Probably because it's looking for whip, not Tasha's. Anyway. Alright. The frost save, what was it, 19? So I'm going to say it definitely has at least some cold weather clothing as part of the barding. You can see on it. I've added that onto the character sheet. So it'll be another +5 on that. So it's 24. And I think that's just barely a fail, but it's not a bad fail. It's just
Isn't it also like
one
a
level.
wolf? Wouldn't it have like a natural resistance to it from the fur?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's that +2.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. All right. So this has been an hour, and you've got to the base of the stairs. You can judge that you can probably get to the entrance before another hour is up, and that'll form some kind of shelter from the blizzard, which would drop the DC down to 20, which is much more manageable for you guys, but it's still, the longer you linger here, the worse it gets.
I'd like to move up, but I want Roland to be with the group, like his token with us before we go further.
Okay.
Yeah. Like moving as a group.
I
don't
assume Stef at some point created the disc.
Yeah, sure. We can say that I made the disc. Where do we have it? I mean, we actually have to stop to make the disc, and we didn't really stop.
Yeah. We needed a 10-minute break.
Is it possible that we'll come? Can we say for sure that we'll be coming back out this way? Because we could just leave the statue like propped against the rock. Maybe like
We
hang a jacket
cannot
on
say
it.
for sure we are going out this way. We can not even say for sure if we're gonna leave this place.
Oh, that's true. Put a hat on it, pretend it's a coat stand or something. It'll blend in.
I will let for the sake of realism, maybe we go up until we have shelter and then I prepare as well, because so far we haven't stopped and I don't want to like abuse I don't want to hand wave this in the middle of a blizzard.
All right. Looks like you're carrying it up the stairs then for now.
You can always
Just
put
saying
it down.
that's as long as there is no disc, my movement is halved.
Yes, but if combat starts, you can just put it down as a free action and then you have normal movement, right?
Yeah, but it does mean our travel time is like doubled.
Okay. You'll be fine.
We'll be
I'm
fine.
sure. Unless Supo comes back for revenge.
Don't think too hard for it, but
So up ahead, you do see the stairs bend round to the right-hand side of the massive skull. You can tell there looks to be a landing, and it turns like right, as though to enter inside. The eyes are so sunken that it appears as though there may be like a level that's up there that you can see out of, but from your angle and the blizzard, you can't see what's inside the eyes, but you can tell that they're incredibly dark and black. They just go all the way back, so...
As I approach the gate, do I see like any magical runes or something that would adorn it?
Not on the door, no, but I'll take you to the other side, actually.
Okay.
Here's another map. This is the one I meant to activate. Yeah, so you'll be down here.
Okay.
There you go. All right. According to your sources, this fortress was built by frost giants, and this now seems to serve as an abode for Oral, the Frostmaiden, perhaps. But there's no sign of anything overhead. There's no sound coming from inside either. And it's so freezing cold, you can't imagine anything even living in this environment. You finally can see up a door. And as for what's on it, well, let's see. The steps end in front of a double door made of slabs of ice with dragon skulls and bones embedded in them. And carved into the lintel is a single word in Dwarvish script. You can read it if you have Dwarvish.
I understand Dwarvish.
He has the helmet of
Okay.
Dwarven friendship. So Roland does.
It's called Grimskall.
Grim Skull.
Grim.
Would that name ring any bells with us?
Skala is a dwarven word for, or an ancient word for skull. I believe it means death skull in common.
Okay.
But that's how this castle is named.
Mm-hmm. Well, here goes nothing, I guess.
Interesting that's in dwarven, not in giants.
So out here, do we have like shelter from the wind to do a few things?
So Dwarven script shares the same script as giant. Yeah, they're like runish. Anyway, sorry, what was your question, sir?
Out here, do we have like enough shelter that now we can maybe do our whole spell preparation stuff?
No, you're still outside.
Okay.
We might as well do it indoors.
Yeah, here goes nothing. I'm gonna open the door. I did not like the sound of that. I'll go in.
That was a heavy door. He does it again. All right, there is a massive, loud thud as the door is pushed open. You can see the grinding of little bits of rocks and ice push and break as the doors finally come to a halt against the wall. And the blizzard is still whipping inside, unless you want to close the door as well. And you open again. And you close it again. You guys having fun with that. All right. Anyway, this hallway is iced over entirely. Like, it would have been stone, but you can feel the slippery ice beneath your feet. It's cracked in places, but the stone walls are thick enough that you can't feel the blizzard whipping in through any cracks. It's completely sealed shut from the blizzard. This is now shelter.
What are you saying,
This
Roland?
will take 10 minutes.
Sorry,
I don't speak Elvish.
No, I made a mistake. I was selecting the wolf when I was trying to type something, and apparently the wolf speaks telepathy or something.
It does have telepathy.
Oh yeah, it does have.
You can communicate mentally with your wolf.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I mean, you can also tell me what
Out
the
to a
wolf
mile.
says, because we...
I was
we
just
are- we-
typing
we
in
know-
that the wolf was squeezing through the door as its action
Mm.
because it's a big bastard. So
Oh.
it has to...
It would not need to squeeze through these doors. That's something
Alright.
you would note, Roland, is these look big enough to fit a like 20-foot tall giant through, and it's about 15-foot wide. So, on the contrary, the wolf actually looks small compared to these doors.
Okay.
Wow, and Steph was able to open them with ease.
Well, I'm not going to bother gatekeeping you behind a strength check. The three of you together could probably push it. I'm not going to put an end to the adventure because you came all this way. Not you just like shit, the door's frozen, guys. Let's leave. Yeah,
Like-
I figure if all of you work together, you can get it open.
I
just
probably
like-
could open them on
I'm
my
not
own.
defeated by a door. This isn't Critical Role.
So,
that was really funny. Like, oh, you guys can't get in. Unlucky. You tried.
Pull up new characters.
before we go
We'll
further,
freeze to death trying to open a door.
before we go further, I will turn to Roki and grabbing on those shoulders. Roki,
Oh,
remember, we're here to save Faith, but no screaming around. We don't know what awaits us in here. And
speaking
although-
of,
Yeah. I got the Discord. He's on the disc now.
Got
Okay.
it.
Try not to die.
I took 10 minutes to do this. Do you guys want to do anything during the 10 minutes while I create the disc?
while you are
Insight?
doing whatever you're doing, I am opening my senses and feeling through the grounds.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
I believe we should be very silent.
You can sense something huge on the
Huge.
other side of this wall, and it's not moving around much. You can tell perhaps it's just sitting down. You can tell, but not really doing. Maybe it shifts its weight from one foot to another every now and again, or adjusts its
Mhm.
posture. But honestly, it's quite still for the most part.
How thick would you say the walls are in this place? Like a
They
foot?
are-
About 3 feet.
To be
Doors,
fair, if we need to sneak past a
doors-
certain area, I do have silence.
No. How thick are the walls?
2.5 feet thick,
Okay. 2.5.
and the door was actually 25 foot high. I should mention, but anyway, yeah, it's massive. These walls
Mhm.
are thick as balls.
My fucking ring of X-ray vision is useless.
Yeah, and you can see the actual hinges as well. They're like thick slabs of chiseled ice,
So
and they're like
sense
cylindrical pins. Yeah, he
So you
senses
sense-
something massive in the other room.
Mm-hmm.
that means we definitely go check out the room with the big thing, right? What do you guys
What?
want to do?
No,
No.
you
If
literally
it's-
just said to me we're here to get faith, not to explore everything.
As stupid as it sounds, if it's something massive, and this
Mhm.
was a place built for giants, it could be a giant, and I don't think it necessarily has to be like a combat encounter, depending on how we play. this.
You
Giants,
can
in
peek
general, aren't the talkative people.
In general, but in general, Yetis also aren't.
Okay, you could peek through the door hole and see what you see. Like, I imagine there'll be some gaps in the
Would
door.
would the door would
no
the door
gaps.
be would,
No
would the,
gaps.
But he does have a new spell, like clairvoyance. He has a new spell.
no
Did you
clairvoyance?
prepare it? That's the question.
No,
Yes,
I
it does.
actually do have.
It works exactly like that. It's the perfect spell for that. It's in fact, you use it to look on the other side of a door. That's what
Wait,
it's used
But
for.
it says it makes like a sensor probe somewhere, like an object.
Invisible.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, so that would
Or-
just to be clear. If I do this, right, Senrith, this does not like
Uh-huh.
alarm the creature on the other side. That's I
An
took
invisible sensor.
okay. Then I will indeed use a spell slot for this. Sure. Why not?
It's up. I'm not going to tell you you have to use it. I'm just saying that that's an option, and it seemed it was a good choice to mention it because
Yeah.
I think you didn't realize it's exactly this kind of use.
I
Wow,
thought
that was a lot
the
of
way it
lot
worked,
of sound.
like from reading the spell, what I would have understood, it's like Far Sight's totem out of World of Warcraft.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good comparison.
Okay,
But
I
yeah,
can
Farsight
summon
Tome doesn't
it-
give away.
I can summon it through walls if I can't see on the upper side.
Mhm.
Got it. Okay, that's
Correct.
what I didn't understand. So yeah, I will take
Yep.
Peek.
All right.
Oh,
Mhm.
no, I didn't
Okay,
want to do that.
so no,
Why didn't
I'm
you
doing
just
that
go
so you
through a
can see.
wall?
I'm
Oh,
doing, and
DM did
yeah,
it.
that's his eyes. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So in this room, there is a withered old frost giant leaning heavily on a great axe that sits in front of a tall door in the far wall. The giant wooden stool upon which he sits creaks under the weight as he stares almost blankly at the wall with cloudy eyes.
Would I?
And he hasn't moved in the entire 10 minutes that you cast that spell, the Tensor's floating disc. He hasn't really got up and
Mhm.
moved around, but you
so
can
is he,
tell
like,
he's breathing.
Okay, can I tell if he's
Sleeping? No.
Okay.
No, his eyes are open and they're cloudy looking.
Hmm.
He might just be a slave to oral.
The thing is,
don't know.
like, maybe, guys, I do kind of want to go in there. I don't know. He looks kind of friendly to me. I'm getting real friendly vibes from
Well,
this.
Friendly. He's gripping a massive battle axe,
Yeah.
I will point out.
I
as I say.
vote
and
no.
He
Let's-
has kind eyes.
I have a
Kind
locate
eyes.
object.
Love that.
We can find Faith if she's here. Now that we've all had like a
He
moment
also-
to rest ourselves.
He also lets out like a heavy sigh after a while. Like you're sitting here waiting and discussing, he just lets out a
How long does the sensor stay up? 10 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it says.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, we're planning to probably come back here at some point. We don't need to, clear every room in this tower. We want to get Faith back.
Okay.
Um,
I'll just
sorry, I don't know if I should be saying that in character or not.
So I think it's at least 2-1. I assume Tracker's on our side as well about not
I
going into the
really
giant.
am not in the mood to engage with the giants until we have found Faith.
So now we've made this choice. I would like to cast Locate Object describing Faith's religious symbol. Assuming that now we're in the castle, I should be able to detect it if she's here.
Holy symbol. You're honing in.
Yeah.
There is something. What is it blocked by? Quick question. Anything like a foot of steel or something?
Oh yeah, it is blocked by steel.
Any thickness
Or something
of
like
lead,
that, you tell
even a
me.
thin sheet. So just lead. It says the spell can't locate an
Lead,
object
okay.
if any thickness of lead, even a thin sheet, blocks a direct path between you and the
Okay.
object.
Okay.
But it's
Cool,
10
just
minutes.
checking.
So
So
DC
walk around.
comic.
there is no lead between you and the symbol. It's here. The holy symbol is somewhere below.
Below.
Well, I see a staircase. So I'd
There
like
is
to
that one actually leads
suggest
down.
we slowly edge up to about here.
Slowly.
hmm
Can I say I peek around that corner without just wandering? Oh, Steph's already walked over there. I guess it's okay.
Yeah.
I would
Good.
like to. Can I
So-
do this stealthily? Wait, Roki, wait. Get back, Roki, please.
Can
Can I
I
do it stealthily?
He's
take a
telling you
step?
to get back. Oh jeez. Okay, you can roll stealth checks.
Yeah.
Just roll stealth checks first before we do anything, because
Mhm.
people want to do things, and I suppose we need to determine whether you're doing said things quietly
We
or
were going to
not.
switch to more stealthy
So-
armor when we got here, weren't we?
Yeah, I think that's.
Yeah.
Like, I was going to be wearing a chain shirt instead of the other armor, so I would
So
have had...
Roki, the 10 minutes that just elapsed, we didn't really get to pause much because we kind of went straight moving on, but you would have had 10 minutes to do something, so you could have swapped
Roland,
out your
would
armor.
you have switched to something more stealthy as well?
Yeah, I think this is a stealth mission, definitely.
Yeah.
Which is
When
why
you
I
don't
didn't
have
roll
disadvantage, basically.
advantage there.
Yeah,
Just-
perfect. So we keep those.
Just
So you're
don't
pretty
forget
quiet.
to adjust your AC.
There's no. Yeah, do adjust your AC. To do that, you just have to equip your new armor and unequip the other one. So. Okay.
I don't know what
So yeah, your feet.
difference my stealth would be, because I wrote it.
It's just not
That was before I
disadvantage.
switched
That's
the
it.
armor. Oh, it's just not this. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't seem
That's
to have the medium armor on my sheet.
What was it you were?
I
What
think
did you
there
have?
were chain shirts or something.
Yeah.
I got a chain shirt.
It was the highest AC without
Yeah.
Disadvantage.
that we could have afforded.
It should be.
So that would have
chain.
been a chain shirt.
Thank you.
Yeah. So just do control space, type chain shirt, and drag and drop that onto your inventory.
Okay.
From
Yeah,
19 to 16, how rough.
And for the purpose of carrying weight, we said we're gonna stuff your old armors into not.
Yes.
So they are on me.
So, your footfalls don't crunch in the heavy snow anymore, and so you're able to carefully transfer weight from one foot to another without this clinking of armor now, and you can stealthily move around to the corner where you see there is some sort of feasting hall. It's immense. It's about 30 feet long and 10 foot wide, and 10 foot high dining table carved from ice and surrounded by dozen blocks of ice that clearly once served as chairs. Wooden braces against the west wall hold a pair of 14-foot long bugles made from hollowed out mammoth tusks. An ascending staircase of ice in the southwest corner has this slow mist rolling down it as well.
I guess that's the place to the throne room if we wanna really check it out.
Ascending southwest.
Yeah, here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we're going to
Oh.
go downward stairs then.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
we can
Let me
check it
describe
out,
this
but-
one quick. One
That's
step
southeast.
before you try to go down.
Oh, sorry.
Come back here, Roland. No, come back.
Apologies.
Ah! I just gonna make sure your stealth
We got
check beats
teleported.
something.
That is quite
Yeah.
nifty, but
Yeah, I
I tried
know.
to go around the staircase and I actually went down it, so whoops.
You do have to go around because otherwise you're like jumping into a halfway down the stairs.
Yeah, I
let
was
me
trying
reload
to walk
real
around
quick.
to the top of the stairs.
Yeah. The top of the stairs are where it starts to teleport you. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right. 1 second, guys. So I'm pretty sure though that your stealth check is high enough as a collective.
Yeah.
Is quick question is your mount coming with you? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Giving them a roll, and also Snorp. Snorp needs to roll as well.
let me go to
It'd
the.
just be a straight dexterity roll for them.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, well,
Okay.
I guess
All
that's,
right, I'm back.
the lowest roll was a 10. I assume that passes this check.
All right. So
What do you mean the lowest was a 10?
this-
The lowest now is a 10.
yep. So the semicircle like section here, you see 6 slender gargoyle-like creatures made of ice squat on ledges 20 feet above the ground that protrude from the wall of the chamber. Near the back wall, the mist that blankets the floor flows down a staircase made of polished ice. And they don't seem to move or jump out. They're perfectly still, in fact. But you know when you're kind of in a room and you see like a painting, almost like its eyes kind of follow you as you go past? You kind of get that odd sixth sense, almost as if you're being watched by these gargoyles. even if their eyeballs don't move at all in their sockets. And
That's a
and
trick.
you
They're
make your way
hollow.
down the stairs. I'm gonna drag.
At this point, I feel
Maybe-
like Oral's watching us from everywhere anyway. And
Mhm.
we've got a very limited amount of time to get the fuck out.
Yeah, she's watching
Okay.
on Twitch.
Yeah, she's tuned in. She's in the chat. She's emoting. Right, I'm gonna give you 1 second. I activate the actual level. I'm guessing everyone's on this level now. The dungeon level.
Into
correct.
the
There's a new
dungeon.
friend.
Friend.
Possibly. There might be a friend down here. Oh my god, it's very loud down
It's a
here.
big
isn't
friend.
it? Just quick-
Okay.
Is that too loud for
Dingo.
everyone?
No, that's all.
Roki, where are
Okay,
you?
cool. Sounds quite loud for me.
Oh, you're there.
Oh my god.
The massive
What was that music?
Why do I hear battle music?
Ignore that. I'm just trying to make sure it's not like deafening on the stream because, my god. All right. So down here, there is a strange sight at first. In the bottom of the stairs, there's almost like this ice rink, and it's descended into a vaulted chamber. A 9-foot-high railing of sculpted ice hugs the staircase as it descends to the chamber floor, which, like the stairs, is smooth and gleaming. There is a walrus, as big as an elephant, having a grand old time just rolling and sliding on the ice, paying you very little heed.
Hmm.
Okay, leave him be then. If he doesn't care about us, then which direction is the locating object from here?
Yeah, let's not fuck around and find out. Let's if we
What's
can get
this?
past it without.
There we go. It's moving around ice sculptures and
it's a
ice
sculpture,
blocks. It
okay.
seems to be playing. Yeah, he's like playing around with chunks of ice, and he's just
Okay.
pushing them. Maybe
Roki, where do we
he's
go?
curling them. So
Well, I
the
hope he's having a
immediate
great
direction. He is. You get a direction south from you now. I
Straight
believe.
south.
Yeah.
And then
What's the
south on the map
reactive
or south in
lead?
general?
South on the map.
Okay.
I assume this way. Looks like a way you can go down here.
What was that?
So I feel
Okay.
like we should like scoot around the walls, like the left side, and not like. I don't want him to think we're approaching him. Does that make sense?
Yep.
I'm fully on board with people telling me I'm wrong if it stops us getting killed. You know.
But we don't know.
Is he moving? Wait.
Yeah, he's playing with ice, and we're like going around the edge. So like,
Mhm.
we're not like hiding from him, but we're just, make it clear that we're not approaching him.
Okay.
Okay, it's
It's
I
a
assume
walrus.
going around to like here, and then down this way.
Can I pet the walrus?
You want to get up to them, and
I'm
if
asking.
you want, you can give me an animal handling check.
Ignore
I was just
him.
about
Let's
to-
get Faith.
To say,
Well,
Wait, you asking
I-
that? Wait. I would stop. But you asking that in game or out of game?
I'm
Like,
asking that out of game. My character has an in-game voice, okay?
okay, so you're not like actually trying to do it. You're just saying, but Roland hasn't moved his character yet. Before we carry on.
Can I just animal handling or insight? Is there anything threatening about this animal? Are we?
Can everyone stop
Um,
moving?
Yeah. We should stop moving because everyone's going way too far ahead. As I haven't even said if you get it halfway across the room yet. So, back you go. So the creature isn't really what's the word? Well, you forced my hand. Where's Roland? Here he is. Okay. There you go. Oh, well, he wasn't moving. That was all. You can give me an insight check, Roland, or an animal handling check. Either one is good with me.
Animal handling. I invested in the skeleton. I think I've used that about twice.
Yep.
Any excuse.
A 14. Okay.
Also 14.
And it does not look that interested in serving you or attending to your presence. It does, however, notice you. You can tell that much. Like, it spotted you. There's no real where to hide. Like, yeah, you're being quiet, but there's nowhere, like, to physically hide unless you were invisible. And this place is very open, very almost cold and unfurnished, right? But it does seem to roll onto its side and then just start staring at you when you get about halfway across.
I'm going to say, well, hello, noble creature, and then bow to it. I don't know.
Now that's a greeting I was expecting. This one knows some manners.
It starts to speak.
No.
It's
Guess I
awakened.
join in on the bowing.
Of
when it
course
says
it's
that.
awoken.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. That's why I wanted to talk with it.
I could tell by your
Welcome.
mannerisms that you would be absolutely fabulous company. My name is Sir Roland, and this here is my group of squires, attendants, and retinue. And this is my steed, White Fang Jawbeard Pawbeard. We are very pleased to make your acquaintance.
Well, I'm happy to meet you too. I'm Makuma.
Akuma. Maybe you do know our friends, Akachuk. Akachuk, the whale.
Angajuk.
Angachuk.
Bless you.
I'm terrible at it. Okay.
I know them. Yes, they have been stealing my fish.
Oh. So you're not on friendly terms, I take it?
Oh, they're all right, really. But I am a little hungry.
I'm afraid we can't really help with that.
Do you still have that calamari?
Oh, yeah, we do have calamari.
I do.
Oh,
Starts to lumber
interested.
towards you. Flip, flop, flip.
With those
Across the ice.
giant spear tusks coming from your mouth, I suspect you like the taste of the bigger fish as well as the small ones.
oh yes. Any tasty morsels will do.
Raka, do you have the calamari?
The calamari. Yes, I'll get out 2 portions of calamari. Big squid.
Big old squid. Yeah, love it. It seems to clap its hands together excitedly as you retrieve them from your pack.
It's a very interesting story. Tracker himself was almost eaten by this until Angajuk was the one who found him and rescued him.
Oh, it must be very strong.
Oh, no. We are not a threat up to such a majestic and blubbering beast as you.
Oh, why thank you.
And
Do you give them the calamari?
I did give. I subtracted 2
Okay.
portions of squid.
All right. He gulps one down and saves the other one for a moment whilst he's chewing the other one up.
Says this is delicious, cooked to a perfection.
Well, Ukuma, we are looking for a friend that should be here. Maybe you've seen them. They're a thiefling girl wearing a long coat. She should have
Oh.
gotten here like a week ago.
Oh, yes. You must mean Faith.
Yes, Faith.
I have come to grown quite fond of her. But, she's kept under lock and key whilst, Oral is absent.
Is she taken care of here?
Oh, yes, she seems quite at home. Not at first, of course. It was very cold and she seemed scared, but I showed her around and she got used to the place, I guess.
Yeah,
Occasionally, she
Would it be,
goes through a bit of a sad spell.
Okay, if we talk to her for a bit.
Oh, I'm afraid, she's in there, but the door is locked. And he points with a flipper to the south.
Well,
There's a big vault, but you can't get in there.
Well, Ukuma,
This
you
door?
mentioned you mentioned a lock and key, right? Do you
Yes.
know where we might find a key? You see, we're very good friends of Faith.
It's not like that kind of key. Not a physical one, but a magical one.
Oh,
The Frostmaiden says she stores the treasures of their faith in there.
the treasure of her faith. Well, but faith is not a thing. It's a treasure, certainly, in some circumstances, but don't you think
To enter the vault, cruel?
I looked away
I
like
suppose that must mean, yes, I suppose they do get sad from time to time. But she says she's grateful to be learning so much. But she says she misses some people. I wonder, are you the ones they're missing?
Did she mention any names? My name is Stef, and the handsome-looking fellow over there is Roki. And
Oh, yes, Roki. That's one they mentioned.
There's no
Hello,
way
sir.
to talk to her. Hello.
maybe you talk to Akuma first.
I bowed to him earlier. To Roland.
You want to get inside? I'm afraid it's locked. But if you want to enter the vault, one must pass 4 tests. Each test reflects an aspect of the Frostmaiden. Cruelty, endurance, isolation, and preservation. And the tests lie beyond the 4 doors that lead away from this room.
Oh wait, we can do the test from here.
I guess we're supposed to do our tests. I have no idea what my test is because I forgot everything, so I will just learn what that's left over.
You had the rune of isolation.
I know, but my character doesn't know.
Oh, I know the runes. I don't know what a test is. I know the runes.
Yeah, are there runes above the doors or anything that he's mentioning?
Yeah, so I haven't even described the one at the bottom yet, but it's clearly some kind of large vault and an anvil-shaped room with a door set on the far side. And flanking the door are bas reliefs of 2 male frost giants that have been defaced, and their features are kind of chipped away. Newer carvings above the door depict the glowering head of an owl. And yeah, this is the kind of the art I've got for this. It's closest. You might be able to see it in the chat, or not, because it's not in common. Get right. Because it was in Akuma language. There you go. And yeah, above the other doorways are similar, excuse me, similar like reliefs and depictions of Oral herself. And indeed, there is runes in Dwarven that say either preservation, cruelty, etc.
I'd like to walk towards the door that says cruelty. Which one is that?
And that would be the one down. Oh, top left.
Top left. So I'd go for the door, and I'd just say,
Mhm.
"My friend, I'm ready for any test."
Oh, so swift, so hasty. Well, you would like any guidance before you go in, or
Well, from one like you, I'm sure you have some very wise words.
Well, the Frostmaiden that come by here say that the test of cruelty is one that will surely make you think twice. They say that compassion makes you vulnerable. Let cruelty be the knife that keeps your enemies at bay.
And you have heard this before. The same sentiment has been shared from the Frost Druid up on the mountain. And Akuma says it's written on the surface of the tablets. You will see them.
Do we have to do this individual?
It wouldn't be a test if it was easy.
That is up to you.
And that's in response to Tracker.
I have seen ones who go in individually, and I've seen ones who try to brave it together. But
And if one of us
Would be
fails,
difficult.
can someone else retry?
as a group, I suppose this is. Well, the way I understand it, one of you needs to pass. At least one of you.
And if you fail,
He looks over towards the ice sculptures dotted around.
Best not to think about failing.
well, I know what needs to be done.
So we go towards the runes we've been prepared for.
Well,
I just go in,
I
like,
go
close
to
the
the
door
last
behind me.
one.
Okay.
I go to the
Roki's going in.
leftover, but before, like, I will go last, but before I go in, I would like to talk to Akuma alone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, just check. Roland and Tracker, are they heading off to their own respective?
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm gonna like
So-
not be my character until you decide everything. I'm not gonna like jump ahead.
I would like. I'm not fucking you guys over.
Yeah.
I'm just asking Akuma an innocent question.
That is
Right, basically,
the
I'm
right
not
one
gonna
for
try and
stamina.
Look around early or anything.
Yeah. This is the right one for Tracker.
Oh, cool.
Which is the right one for Roland? He needs to figure that out before me.
Resistance.
Isolation is bottom right.
Oh, I thought it-
Then Roland is
Preservation.
preservation. This one.
oh, that's it. Yeah.
Preservation is bottom left.
Thank you.
Oh yeah. Stef spent like millions of years in the library or something.
Mm-hmm.
I have no
Yep.
idea of anything. I just go to the last door that's left over.
Ooh. Are you coming with me?
Before we go in, do you mind answering me a question? What happened to Oro? We were told by Faith that she used to be fair, but now all she gives to the people is death and cold. What's up with that?
She gives death and cold?
The 10 towns are greatly suffering. They've not seen a ray of sunlight in months. There is no crop to grow. The people are starving. I just wonder if you know anything.
Well, those sound like complicated matters. I'm afraid I don't know all about 10 towns. Never visited myself, but Oral is indeed cold. But as for wishing death upon people, he sort of lets out a shrug. No, I'm not so sure on that one. I suppose that's just perhaps a side effect of who she is and what she emanates.
I just wonder if you noticed any change in her behavior over the years.
She has always been quite distant. Doesn't talk to me much. I would say she's never gone out of her way to kill someone, though. But she seems like she has a lot on her mind. Quite distant.
I see. Well, I guess I'll take my door then.
Ooh, one more thing. The tunnel to the north, that's where the Frost Giant Queen is resting.
Oh.
I wouldn't disturb her.
Oh. Wait, did you
She
say
died,
Oh.
yes, she died before the Frostmaiden took control of the island. She used to live in this place, worshipped Oral, but
do you know?
now she is in her tomb.
Now that you mention it, do you know anything about the Frost Giant upstairs? The depressed-looking guy sitting on his chair, not moving.
Oh, you mean what's his name?
Eckhart was his name, but I don't know his name. I just saw it on the token.
Ah, yes, Erdgard. He's very, very old. He's the last surviving member of Vasaviken's clan.
Is he friendly to outsiders?
I'm not so sure. He hasn't really been a himself either. I think he's just sad that he is the only one left. A sad, sad fate. I suppose he believes it would have been better to have died honorably, fighting the same things that killed his clan.
What killed
But
his
alas, I'm afraid I don't know exactly. That was before I was alive.
I'll go ask.
He looks down at you, and I think you already know the answer to that question.
I'm not sure what killed them actually.
Frost Giant Lodge?
Yeah, but I don't remember what killed them. Were they like fighting dragons or something?
I think you got a very, very clear description of who it was and who they were.
Did you take any notes, Tracker? Tracker?
Sorry,
You're
I was
muted.
muted. Sorry, yeah, it's a group of adventurers that killed the ice giants in the lodge.
Oh, it was Trist or Warden. Now I remember.
It was Trist, yep.
Okay.
And Wolfgar
Okay.
and
Yeah,
Canterbury.
the Hall of Champions.
That's the one. Champions of the Hall.
I don't want
And
to. But
Thank
I'm
God
gonna
for
tell the
your
party
really
I
long-
definitely wanna meet Edgard later. We have a
But
map.
also dragons. Dragons are definitely a threat to giants as well. So, okay.
I will
So,
go into my.
Looks like you're all
I will go into my butt.
going in. It's anvil shaped, but I guess anything can be if you try.
I'm very brave.
All right. So, without hesitation, looks like we've come straight towards the the tests. So, didn't expect you to get this quick here so fast. In that case, then I think we will start with cruelty because Roki's the first one to kind of go jump in here. So, so the walls of this oddly shaped room are etched with elaborate pananagrams of wintry scenes, and set into the back wall is a door inscribed with a large snowflake, and a single word is carved into the lintel above it: cruelty. You can probably surmise what that large snowflake symbol is at that point. I think it's obvious to you. The Frostmaiden's holy symbol is carved here, and you also had the same symbol kind of hovering above your head when the Frost Druid cast her spell on you. Or not rather. It's with the rune, that's it. Anyway. Okay. So, by opening this door here, Roki, you begin the test, effectively. And
I'll take out my religious symbol, my emblem, hold it in my hand, and stare at the door for a few seconds. And
okay.
open the door.
Alright. Opening the door to this empty room, it's just nothing at first, but suddenly your surroundings vanish in a flurry of ice and snow. And when your vision clears, you begin to find yourself at the edge of a camp. It's tense, holding fast against a raging blizzard. And, okay, let's see. Yeah, you just came out of the blizzard and you're straight back into it. That does sound
Nice.
Though, this time, you don't feel like you're in the island of Solstice, at least just judging by the temperature. Alright. Bring up my notes.
Bring out your notes.
Yes. Because this test doesn't seem like the one before, right? Last time you were underground. And this time you're out in the open. And as you're looking at the camp, you can see people are starting to gather around what looks to be a central kind of fire pit. And there are these large posts as well that are dug into the ground. So what do you do? I'm going to take you to the different scene, actually. Why not? I'll take you to... Let's take you here.
All these people here?
Yep, there's a massive gathering of tribesmen. These clearly look like Reged tribe barbarians. Although I'm going to tell you which ones in a minute, because it's probably not these ones specifically.
Okay.
It's going to be going to be...
Should I
And
deafen myself until this is over?
if you would like to. Yeah. Okay. All right. So... So there are several posts, as I said, dug into the ground, and there are individuals actually tied to these posts. And they look pretty exhausted. They look to be like either dying of exposure or worse. And as you approach, you can tell these are Tribe of the Bear. Oh wait, no, are they? Oh, I can't remember. I think they're Tribe of the Bear. Yeah. So
I'd imagine I'm kind of like my arms up in the air, trying to kind of protect my eyes from the snow a bit as I approach them. I'm just call out, "Hey, do you know where I am?"
they see you at first as like an outside threat to their camp, but as they kind of draw spears, as clearly an outsider just stepped into their midst, you suddenly see one leader amongst them step forward and, with a bellowing command, tell them to lower their weapons. This is not any outsider. This is an emissary of the Frostmaiden. And you see this man is hulking, as wide as he is tall, it seems.
Wow.
He truly is a bear of a man himself. Yeah, here he is. He's got a massive axe in one hand, a shield that's barely strapped to his bulging muscles, and yeah, he looks to have all this iconography of the bear all over him. But whether it be a pelt or like this massive belt buckle, yeah, he's like dressed to the nines with tusks and bones. And he approaches
emissary,
you
you
and
say?
says, "Yes." He gestures towards above your head, where you see there is a slowly spinning, glowing rune. It is a 6-pointed snowflake, just slowly spinning above your head.
That would make sense.
You
So-
are welcome here in our camp, so long as you do not interfere. You understand?
Have emissaries been here before?
We have seen this symbol before, yes.
What has happened when
Usually
emissaries
you
have
are-
appeared before?
You tell me. Usually you are here to witness some event. Or perhaps offer
about right.
guidance. Speaking of, I think I know why the Frostmaiden sent you here. Perhaps you can decide their fate. And he gestures towards what now you can see what the gathering is all about. This isn't some great feast around the fire. This is an execution. This is a funeral pyre, more like. There are several individuals tied at the posts, all of them emaciated, exhausted. Several of them look quite old. Others look a little bit younger, maybe still fit fighters, but you see he gestures towards them and says, "Well, these ones they are no longer mouths that we can keep fed. Not in good conscience."
In good conscience. So it's not just a sacrifice then. Why do you say in good conscience? And I realize I'm still holding my symbol in my hand, and I'll pocket it because it's definitely not Boreal symbol.
Oh, yeah.
I've not
true,
showed it to them. It was something I was gripping.
Right, that's good. Okay, yeah, you slowly kind of hide it away.
Well, it's not hiding. It's clearly I'm just putting something in my pocket. I don't think it's going to be too suspicious.
Yeah. That's a good job. I didn't really notice in this instance. Okay, so you see that these. You can start by giving me a medicine check as well to see what is truly wrong with these individuals. Okay. One of them is dying of exposure to the colds, the elements. They are frostbitten. They probably won't last the night. Looking over to another one, you can see there is some bloodshot eyes, and they're gritting their teeth. Their hair kind of looks wild, and you've seen this before as well. This kind of maddening look. This looks like the work of Shardlin madness has gripped this individual. And you can see scrape marks, and maybe even wounds where they've tried to jam the crystal into their body.
Oh, I see. They're too far gone to help.
And there's one more as well. There's a third one, and this one, she is young, and she may only be maybe a teenager, and she doesn't look to be ill or anything, but there is clearly something wrong with her because you are 25, and as you give maybe a berth around them to try and check their side, and as you come around, you see a section of their neck has got bite marks in it. And they look not like vampire bite marks, they look like jaws of canines, and a set of jaws have grabbed on and torn into them. But they're not it's not like a mortal wound. In fact, it actually looks quite clean, surprisingly. But you imagine a wolf biting into the neck of a child like this probably would have killed them. So you're not sure how that came about. But you can see a noticeable fear on their face. And there are also other members of the bear tribe who are clearly, these are their loved ones, and they look just as terrified as the people strapped to the posts, and they're being held back by their warriors, like this guy, for example, keeping them at bay, even despite them trying to fight past the tiers and get to the post to untie them. Okay, what do you do? Oh, you were asking a question, weren't you?
Approach the young one and just ask her what happened to her.
I was bit by a wolf out in the wilderness. I was collecting firewood, but I'm perfectly fine. I don't know why they want to sacrifice me.
How did you make it back alive? You clearly got hurt seriously and got back.
She looks you over. You've clearly got the attire of a clergyman and the symbol of Oral floating above your head, and she says,
"Oh, you believe in divine intervention, right? I think I was spared by Oral. I think she wanted to preserve my life. I'm a testament to her mercy. Please, you got to believe me. I just woke up, and I was okay. I think the wolf ran, but I don't remember exactly what happened. I just
I just remembered waking up and making my way back to the camp. Maybe it was just warning me.
I have to wonder if you truly believe what you say, or if these are words out of fear for death. I want
Roll an
to just
inside
look
check.
over to see if there's any kind of. Because I mean, in that situation, I'd say anything. Not
Yeah,
Roki, but
okay.
me, real life.
Right, yeah, for sure. You can tell she is absolutely terrified, but she seems to be telling the truth despite this absolute fear in her eyes. Though there's one thing in the back of your mind that maybe this isn't the full story. She's telling you that she's passed out, but there's a slight moment when she looks away and down to the side, as if trying not to elaborate any further on that. When she said she woke up and just made her way back, the story kind of peters out.
So she's just not saying bits of information about the passing out bit.
Or maybe the waking up part and then waking her way back. That's the part that kind of falls short.
Well, I'll say get back in character. Well, if Oro was preserving you and felt somehow you were worth saving, you wouldn't lie or hide bits of information.
No.
What happened when you woke up?
She looks down again, breaking eye contact, and I saw tracks in the snow. There was the wolf tracks, and then there were my tracks.
About your tracks.
Sorry, say that again.
What about your tracks? Are they human?
They led away from the wolf tracks. Please.
So you passed out and
She
then
looks at you.
walked away and then woke up. Is that what you're telling me?
She nods. You see an incredibly desperate look in her eyes as her voice kind of lowers to the point where she's trying not to make this tribe leader over here, even though he's standing kind of just behind you, overlooking this, and she's like desperately looking at you. She says, the wolf tracks and my tracks, they were one and the same. I don't understand what's happening, but please, you have to let them. You have to let me go. Tell them I'm fine. I'll leave this place. I won't hurt anyone. I promise.
Desperate words. I have to speak to more people. But I'll just turn around slowly and walk back, to talk to Gunbar. I don't want to give it any indication
She
of
starts
any
sobbing.
outcome.
Yeah, sure. She does start like slowly, quietly sobbing to herself.
I just want to ask Gunbar, how often do you have to sacrifice people who seem too far gone to waste resources on?
Our camp has run out of food. Our hunters have failed to return because of this unyielding blizzard. And nomads have already begun to eat their sled dogs. This is a desperate time that requires desperate measures.
Does that mean we're on the same landmass as the 10 towns? Icewindale?
kind of squints his eyes. Yes, this is Icewindale. I am gone
Makes
for
sense, I'd be in Oral's
Halrexon.
domain.
Seems to treat you with a certain air of caution. He's like not too sure where he like sits with you, clearly. But he clearly still respects you as some sort of emissary. But
So you have no healers? No. Well, you have faith in Oral, and she has those who can wield her power. You never had someone who was offered this chance?
you say a healer, and his eyes kind of turn towards another man who is holding back the loved ones. Shaman. I would not say he is a healer, however. But he has words of wisdom. And he has gotten us through many a trying time before. That is Olkora of the Bear Tribe. And you see a tall man, shaved head on the sides, a long kind of unkempt beard, and he has this massive horn strapped to his back. And though he doesn't have his sword drawn right now, he looks like he's clearly got hand on the hilt, as if to keep these loved ones back, and in case they try to do something crazy, he's gonna have to draw a blade on them. But he does also have like skulls strapped to his belt as well. Humanoid skulls.
Say to the shaman, it's like, do you divide your powers? Devise, your powers from Oral? She blessed you.
Oh, me? Aura? No. No, we commune with the spirits. Spirits of the wilds. But we pay our reverence to Oral to keep her appeased.
So that's why you're not able to help these people then. Why there must be a sacrifice instead.
Mm-hmm.
How do people here get exposed to... Well, I can clearly see a madness drawn from a black rock that is, well, maybe not abundant, but this is definitely the place you'd look for it. How do they get exposed?
There is plenty of that stuff out there. Spires of it. It's more abundant than you think out in the wilderness. Perhaps 10 towners haven't found much of it, but I can assure you there's chunks of it out there in the ice.
That stuff can be very dangerous in
Unfortunately.
the wrong hands.
Yes, in curious hands indeed. And unfortunately, it is their curiosity that has gotten them into this ill fate. They are beyond saving.
Whose job would it have been to be a teacher for the young, to make sure people understand, to stay away from that stuff? You have a lack of food because people weren't prepared. They instead of being hunters, providers, helping out, they've been driven to insanity. How do they not know better?
It sounds like you're questioning our leadership.
I just want to understand.
We have warned our tribe of the black ice, told them not to touch it. Some people are just foolish. Some sheep
fall down ditches.
So it's their insolence alone, you say?
He shrugs. You can't save everyone. You have to look out for number one sometimes.
Well, I'd hope number one would be good of the tribe. If you want to
Of
survive in a
course.
place like this.
Of course.
Are there any
You
other
can try
recent
and
losses?
you could try and ask the madman himself how or why he decided to pick that stuff up, but most of his words are rambling nonsense.
I think I could find a way around that.
Hmm.
Maybe there's something.
what was your
going
other
on we don't
question,
know
sorry?
about.
Yeah.
I can't remember now.
Maybe there is. Okay.
Sorry, if there are any other recent dead that were exposed to the same maddening crystal.
Hmm. Yes, I've heard of others as well. Not the first. I hear other tribes are also facing a similar difficulty with this stuff.
But none
Even the
of us in this
dwarves
tribe.
have sightings of the dwarves as well, reclaiming their home, ancestral home. Of this tribe, no. This is one of the first.
It may be that the only way to reach the mind, the soul that is trapped inside this body, it would be to free it. I have ways to commune with the recent past, but not with the currently mad.
Well, we know what happens after a while. They will soon turn against us, claiming that they're serving a dark lord or something.
That's what I'm
They are a
worried
danger
about.
to us.
What if there's someone out there who is coercing not only these men, but the men from other tribes? Someone you are unaware of because you cannot get answers from a madman.
Roll an insight check. Did you say that?
Like, I just, I think I can find out information that they don't currently have. I don't think they're hiding it from me. I just think they don't know.
Then.
Like, I'm trying to ascertain that I
Does
can,
raise an eyebrow. Yeah, he raises an eyebrow as you say that. Well, I'm sure you'll get to the bottom of it then. Sounds like you're already way far ahead or way deeper in this than I am.
When was
Down
this
the rabbit
sacrifice
hole, then?
planned? Is it soon? It must be
Today.
soon if I'm here.
Tonight. Best not to keep Harrickson waiting.
That's understood. Well, let's spend some time respecting them before they're gone. I assume you have a way to do that.
Mm-hmm. I will perform a funeral ceremony. This isn't necessarily a sacrifice as it is. It's as much a sacrifice as it is a funeral. It pains us to bring an end to our own, but it's a necessary action.
I would like to take a seat by the fire and wait for the ritual.
Oh, very well.
If anyone else has more questions for.
He doesn't seem to. So, did you want to talk to the other two at all?
What, the mad ones? Or just other people here?
There's a mad one, and then there's one that's clearly dying of exposure. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, I go talk to one exposure.
You can do if you want. If you think they're too far gone, you can.
I can give a brief moment to ask what happened to them. So
Okay.
you there? Are you able to speak still?
Which one is this? The one that's exhausted?
Yeah.
Okay. He tries to clear his throat. What? Water. You can barely hear him say water.
Don't know if there's enough water to spare if too far gone.
The snow. Melt the snow.
That's risky. I'll see what Tribesmen have to say. And I'll turn to the
Okay.
shaman. I say, would you be able to melt some snow for water? It may not. Doesn't sound healthy, but
Yes.
if he's close to death, it might give me a time to talk with him.
Oh. Fine. Yes. There's already a fire going, so it doesn't take much to melt some snow, and then passes it back to you in a cup.
Yeah, I assume normally you wouldn't just want to drink some melted snow from the ground. That doesn't sound very good.
Probably not the best, but I mean, you can
Yeah.
do it. Technically, rainwater is supposed to be drinkable, so yeah.
Even that's got some risk, but yeah. Well, I'll try and
hmm
feed them the water. Then
It would be sterilized by the fire, though, if it's kind of like boiled through, but any case, it doesn't take too long. So yeah, you've. Please, I can keep going. I don't want to die.
Do you not care about the good of the tribe as a whole?
Yes,
You
I
waste-
was serving the tribe until I die, but this is a act of. This is a drastic act. I can still walk.
They seem to believe you are too far gone. Thus, feeding you would be wasting resources that could be used for someone that would survive.
Once I get better, once my hands are healed, I can go hunt. I can gather food. You look at him, you see his fingers are so badly frostbitten. They're like blackened stumps. They will
Beyond
never
anything I
recover.
can heal, I'm guessing.
They are beyond anything. They would have to be amputated.
I think you speak out of fear. How did you end up this way? Did you get trapped, lost? Poor decisions?
I was hunting. I saw a herd of goats up the mountain. I tried to follow them up, but I slipped and fell. I must have been unconscious for at least 2 days. And when I came to, I could barely stand. I managed to stagger my way back down the way I came and returned to the camp thinking I would be warm, sheltered and safe, but instead they tie me to this post. They're going to kill me, my own people.
They want you to end quickly, not slowly freeze. Which would you choose? Slow freeze to death as you feel the warmth of your body slowly drain? Or be with your people, be put at ease?
Those my only choices. Is there not another way?
I think
You
you
are
don't
a healer,
truly see your
Hollywood.
injuries for what they are. Oral herself would have to be the one to change anything, not simply a healer.
You're an emissary, are you not? Please, maybe you can beseech her. She would have mercy, maybe.
If she wanted to give mercy, she already would have. I'm sorry.
As you say these words, you see a look of defeat in his face. You see his shoulders slump, his head hangs. He's resigned himself to his fate. That just leaves the maddening one, if you wish to, or unless you think
No.
they are also a lost cause.
I think I could actually speak to them after they died and get real
Oh.
answers.
Okay.
That's my intent
Yeah.
there.
Gonvold approaches and says, "Well, emissary, have you any words of wisdom or guidance, or perhaps a eulogy for our tribesmen here today?"
It's hard to pick the right words. They are so scared. But they don't understand this isn't an ending. This is a beginning of something without the mortal suffering. And Aurel may not wish them to still be here. That does not mean she does not want them in other ways.
Hmm.
And I hope part of
I
them
see.
believes that there is more than just what this life is. And any failures don't matter once you pass on.
Hmm. There's a thoughtful look on his face, and maybe even a mix of sadness and uncertainty. You kind of gather that he was maybe hoping you'd say something different. But in a moment of pause and hesitation, you see El Cora approach and puts his hand on their shoulder and says, "Well, you know what must be done. Shall we not let them suffer any longer?" Hmm. Very well. Very well. And he turns and effectively approaches with his own axe kind of drawn. Anything else you want to do, Roki, before he holds up the axe towards them?
I guess I would have put my head down and start a gentle prayer. I put my hood up.
All right.
Please, Aurel, forgive those who weren't able to protect their friends. Please allow these all to have a place in what you offer after death. And please allow the sacrifices to mean a strong future for those who remain. We do not take life out of fear, but out of protection, not just for those still remaining, but for those they will lose.
Out of mercy. He nods and swings the axe horizontally, slicing the throats of all three victims across the posts. Blood splatters into the snow. He turns, wiping his axe, and says, "Get them on the fire before the vultures arrive."
quickly,
and
before we
starts.
do that,
Yep.
before the bodies are gone, I want to know if there's anything that the soul of this one man might have to tell us. Whilst he is recently gone, and I approach the man who was driven to madness,
Mm.
and I get down on my
Yeah.
knees. Like to have a conversation with them.
Okay.
And
They
I
start
think-
getting the other two
like,
bodies
yeah,
up.
the body will
Yeah.
light up, and they tell that something's happening. I'm using the body as a conduit to connect with the soul.
Mm-hmm. All right. You can start to talk with this maddened one. They are. Yeah, you get to ask the questions and then I respond. So their eyes kind of like shoot wide open again, bloodshot and wild looking around. They may not even realize they're dead yet, but they can start to gargle on their own blood, that's for sure. And they're like,
Hi, I'm sorry for anything that may have happened. I need to ask some questions. Why did you touch the black rock?
The black rock, the ice, the crystalline ice. Oh, it called to me, but I resisted its call. I ran. I know to avoid that, and yet it found me. It found me in the night. Yes, told me I was chosen to sow chaos and despair. It told me I had a greater purpose.
that's your first question. It found it.
And there was no
It
one.
found him.
And there was. Do you find other people that had also been chosen?
Oh, yes. Yes, there are others. Others who serve our Dark Master. We are joined in a communion.
Where
you
are
will
they?
not find them. Oh, no. No, you will not find us. No. Unless you wish to become us. The only way is through the madness. You will only find it at the precipice. Then you will know where to search. Give in.
Suppose that's as much an answer as I get on that. Whilst we still have time, do you have any regrets?
I should have killed that little rabbit. I knew it. I should have killed it.
I think
Its
more
cute little
questions-
face and whiskers. Oh, I should have snapped its neck.
I think more questions would just hurt now, and I'll let go of the spell as I stand up from my knees.
Okay, yeah, his voice goes from that maddening talk to just a gurgling of blood.
I'll shamefully
The head kind of rolls down.
turn towards Gunvow and say, "It would appear the Shardlin has reached into his soul, but as I worried, there seems to be a leader using the power of it to draw people away. It is not his fault. But something must be done for this leader to stop taking people."
There is a mastermind behind this, you're saying.
The
We will
Shardlin
be wary.
is of the power that could rival a god in high enough quantities. the same time driving you so mad that no sane person could ever use these for justified purposes.
And we will warn again our people of the dangers of this Shardland madness.
You
But
must look out for the signs that anyone is being dragged into it.
we now know what to look for and better prepare ourselves. But better to find where the head of the snake is and cut it off, he says as he cleans the blood off his axe.
I might see you again someday. Or you might see some friends of mine. If you ever see a dragon and a tabaxi, or dragonkin, to be clear. Or an old man who seems maybe beyond his years, but still has that warrior spirit. If I am not with them for any reason, you'll know that they're to be trusted. And they will want to help with this darkness. And I hope that somewhere they find their way here.
Perhaps they can join in the hunt and find this puppet master or whatever dark master they are referring to. Until then, thank you for gracing us with your presence, emissary of the Frostmaiden.
Certainly.
I gather you have seen everything you need to.
Yes. There is.
Hmm.
I'm glad to see that you will take care of those you can take care of, and may Oral bless you with swift recovery from the dark times of your tribe. Much prosperity. Shall have to make my way.
I'm just glad it is over. And as he says that, there is suddenly a scream from where the fire is as they try to toss the young girl onto the fire. You see that she suddenly leaps up, scorch marks over her. Her hair is like burning away, and she gets up. She has a slit throat still, but the blood, it's no longer pumping out of her throat like it was before. It's almost like the wound is slowly closed up, and she looks around with these wild eyes in her complexion, and you see fur kind of like bristling on the back of her hands. They're clawed now, and her teeth suddenly growing into canines. And she leaps from the fire. The tribesmen are looking so shocked they don't even know what to do. One of them, out of instinct, launches a spear at her, but it goes wide, and like as she falls to all fours and transforms into a wolf, begins to like sprint off into the distance. Do you want to do anything as that's happening?
I would have tried to go and like hit her and inflict wounds, but she got away too fast.
She is like a distance. I know you're kind of like in the moment, like walking away from the camp, but yeah, you could just say that's too far gone, but they do send out hunters immediately to try and track her, but she's clearly way faster than them on all fours.
I don't think you can find her.
Ah, curses. It seems she has already transformed into one of them. The lycanthropes. She is a threat to others. We have to find her. And you see them basically gather up a band of hunters and trackers, and he immediately starts like chasing after them, but you're kind of left to your own devices at this point.
And I'm still here?
Are you still here? Well, that moment, I think, as you're left alone for just a briefest of moments and you watch just the crackling fire burning away that madman, is when the Frostmaiden symbol begins to spin faster and faster, and as it does, you feel a blizzard whipping around you, slowly forming, and immediately your vision goes white as you're transported back to the Intergrim Scala. And I'll take you to the map. Okay. And
Pass the test.
yeah, and although you pass the test, it feels you approach the door, you come back out, and none of your allies are present at this very moment. You can only imagine they too are undergoing their own tests. But Akuma greets you. But he doesn't seem to have the friendly demeanor as before. He looks at you with a heavy expression, almost like he knows if you've come out of that room that you must have had to experience some sort of ordeal. He's
I won't hide the pain in my face as I bow to him. Clearly, just
he nods back.
It's not like I can't accept what happened. It just hurts.
Just hurts. Yeah. And I think before we do dive into another one, I think that will take us a little over time, and I really want to spend a good chunk of it like digging in without feeling like rushed or getting tired towards the end of it. So I think there is a good place to wrap up for tonight.
Yeah.
And continue next week with perhaps one of the other tests. I don't know who we'll start with.
What if I could have saved her?
Oh no!
Did you succeed, Roki?
You'll find out when you leave yours.
Fair.
Yep. But I think we know he did out of game. I think we know he definitely did the most cruel act you could possibly imagine, which was consign them to their deaths.
I do understand more about Charlotte now, though. So.
Oh.
But what was that maddening last line? I wonder what was that about. We'll find out, I guess, next session. But strange, maddening crystals. Who knows what it's going to do to people? All right, we'll end tonight then, and bye bye for now.
Bye.